Good evening and welcome to episode 122 of Schnozzcast for Friday, April 23rd, 2021. Welcome, everybody. This is Bob. I'm joined by my stalwart companions, Nick Bader, Cory Selesky, and special guest Greg Gumtow. And we are going to jump in with a little bit of a different change up this week. We're going to start with a little gentleman's agreement, pick of the week. We'll get you some Killer Robot of the week, some Funko This, maybe a little Friends trivia, and wrap it up with Nick's Existential question of the week. So that's what you got to look forward to. So thank you for joining us. If you are new, welcome. Please join us here every weekend, hopefully on Fridays, if not Fridays, Saturdays. But this is the time, 10 p.m. If you have only seen us on Facebook Live and want to find us out on the audio platform of your choice, where we truly do shine, you can catch us on iTunes, on Spotify, Podbean, Stitcher, Amazon Music, Pandora, or anywhere where you can get a podcast. You can also follow us out on social media, on Instagram, on Facebook, and on YouTube at Schnozzcast. That's SCHNOZZ cast. You can email us at schnozzcast@gmail.com, or where can they text us?
Oh, they can definitely text us on our new Schnozzcast line, which is 618-SHOCKER. Just how it sounds.
Yeah.
Yep.
618-SHOCKER. Line's open right now if you want to send us a message, or if you want us to play your message, a voicemail you might leave for us over on the show, we can do that as well.
Some people we'd be able to do that with. Some people we won't.
Well, we'll be the final judge of that. You got to have some quality control somewhere. And God damn it, we are the ones. So how's everybody doing?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, sir. Cory Selesky.
Oh, hey.
There it is.
Not too bad. How about yourself?
God, doing well.
Cringe
It really
worthy.
wouldn't be a show without the oh hey.
Wouldn't it?
Exactly.
Wouldn't it, though?
We're introducing minor changes as the weeks go in, and maybe that'll be one of them.
Oh, that's going nowhere. Sorry, bud.
I'm not the one with the finger right over your microphone button. That's Nick.
That's true.
So
Nick also forgets I can mute his microphone.
that is true
I
as
will
well.
shut the Wi-Fi down right now.
Well, that would shut the entire thing down.
You know me. I'm a go down with the ship kind of guy. So
What podcast are you listening to? Yeah, it's the one where they threatened to stop the podcast within the first 5 minutes.
They just shut everything down.
They did. All right, so what we're going to do here is we're going to switch it up a little bit and do a little back to front, little reverse it, and we're going to start off with gentleman's agreement. So, Mr. Greg Gumtow, special guest,
Yes,
you had in time.
I did.
Do you remember who that came from? Because I don't.
Me.
Danielle? Okay. Ms. Danielle Finn, everyone.
Oh, hi.
Welcome to the room.
What's with Bozo Nose?
Okay, take him off. Take him off. I'm done. I'm done.
Bozo Nose.
It looks like
I
a
knew-
phone nose.
For the audio listeners, Cory came bearing gifts
Oh,
today.
it was you? I'm sorry, babe.
He said, "You know what?
Sorry.
We were talking about the circus a couple of weeks ago, and I saw these microphone covers, and I really wanted to just see if they pop on camera."
They pop.
So Cory, no, like the last couple of weeks, if you've been listening to the show, I don't know how much we've talked about it, but you know, Cory, we've been kind of going back and forth with like little small trinkets and gifts and things like that. And Cory's been, he's really been bringing it to the forefront with the little gifts. And as I walked in today, he threw this to me, just one of them in a package, and he goes,
Yeah, here you go, buddy.
and I thought it was a clown nose, and I
Right?
instantly got offended. Like, are you fucking kidding me right now? Like, of all the stupid shit that you could say to me, and you're going to throw a clown nose at me? Like, I didn't really know how to take it. And then I realized it was just a mic cover from Soul Train. So.
Soul Train.
When I opened him up, I looked at him and I'm like, I know the first fucking thing that he's going to say. Oh, he's clown noses. And sure enough, I tossed him. He's like, why are you giving me a clown nose?
I was offended. I was offended.
As you should be.
But you had the guts, Cory, to walk in the basement with those, knowing that,
Sorry.
and jump right in the lion's den.
Oh, of course. I mean, I purchased them. I'm not going to tuck them away. And I mean,
So you didn't think about what he would say until after you paid.
No, I didn't realize the color on the actual picture was a little A little darker red. Yeah.
Not
No, that's
as
not red
light.
at all. It's that's orange, sir.
No.
not Spaniel Red Rocket Red.
No, that's orange.
All right, on the break we can get rid of.
Oh, they're not going anywhere.
Lipstick colored.
We can get rid of them on the break. They're only a couple dollars.
No,
That's not the point.
They're here now.
Hey, we want to hear from you. If you tell us whether you want us to keep the microphone covers, text us at 618 Shocker.
Sorry, I didn't mean to derail
We'll take a poll.
there.
We will take an unofficial Schnozzcast poll. Who wants us to keep the covers? Yes or no?
Thanks a lot, babe.
I just got really distracted. I was like, whoa. That's a right in my face.
Okay. Danielle Finn, ladies and gentlemen.
All right,
Make an entrance, guys.
Greg, you had In Time from Danielle.
I did.
Let's hear it.
I'm gonna give it like a 7 out of 10.
That's not bad.
I thought it was really, like I said, it was one of those movies.
10 is good, right?
Yes.
Okay.
It's not sucked. Dot.
Okay. Yeah, the trademark. Greg Gumtow.
Hey, at least it didn't suck. So
No, it was good. It was one of those movies that I wanted to watch, and then it's made several years ago, so it kind of gets lost in the mix of stuff to watch. And basically, life begins at 25, and you have a year to live, I believe.
yeah, after you turn 25.
After you turn 25, you have 1 year to live. It's in your genetics, and you work for time. You pay for everything in time. Instead of paying with money, you pay with time. And of course, there's the elite that have unlimited amounts of time, basically. But I don't want to give too many spoilers away. I highly recommend watching it, though, if you're into the
7 out of 10 movies.
the sci-fi type thing. But
And what was it called?
In Time, Justin Timberlake, I still don't think he can act. I think they could have picked somebody better.
They
You're
probably
really
could
selling
have.
it.
Well, it's a good movie. Like I said,
Have you seen him in Social Network?
no.
You might want to give that a... That's my only plug for his acting ability.
Is that?
That was a good movie.
Is that
too.
movie. Right. If you didn't like that movie, then I would totally be on your side then. Yeah, you
Yeah.
can't act. That's the only shot I'll give him. Because I've not seen this one.
Okay.
But you're saying you'd 7 out of 10 recommend it?
Yep.
Okay. You recommend it 7 out of 10 times?
Yes.
Okay.
It depends on the audience,
I mean, you don't get on.
Who is the audience?
It's everybody. So 7 out of 10 people that are listening right now, I would recommend to see it.
All right.
You don't get made on Star Search by not be able to act. Just saying.
All right. How about let's go to the one who assigned it to you, Danielle.
Lot Lizard.
Watch it.
By Cory.
Yeah, but what did you watch?
Is that why you were late? Were you watching Lot Lizard?
No, I was out to dinner with friends.
Okay. I wasn't sure. All right. Let's
I mean, it wasn't bad.
a glowing
It wouldn't
start.
be something I would see and be like, oh, I really think I should watch that.
Well, of course not. Nothing
But-
I watch is like
I
that
know.
for you.
Or were you either. It wasn't bad. It kind of goes on, picks like different I guess,
Prostitutes.
lot lizards, and like there are different stories of how they go about their lives. Like the one lady I kind of felt bad for, because
Did you feel good for any of them?
well, I mean, no,
Okay.
but I felt like because she had a daughter, she had just like recently got her daughter back because before she was homeless.
Her daughter was homeless?
No.
Okay.
The lot
She was
lizard.
homeless.
Yeah.
Okay.
She lived in a mansion.
But her daughter had a home?
Well, I'm assuming her dad.
Okay.
I guess somebody, because her mom was living in her car, but now she had her own house. But they have her like looking for a job, and she's like, why would I go work 5 days a week or whatever for $8 an hour when I can work one day and make like 300 easy? Like, it doesn't make sense for me to give up this life kind of thing.
She's kind of glossing over what she has to do to get that 300. I feel like.
Yeah. You would think, but
We'll forget about what I did to get
right.
that money.
Right.
It's just out of her mind. But no, it was just interesting to kind of hear like their stories, and like the one girl had a boyfriend and he's like, I don't even feel like she's actually, I can't call her like mine because she's not. He knows what she's out doing. So
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, it wasn't, like I said, it wasn't bad. It was just, it would never be something I would pick.
It was a documentary, correct?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Was it? Because I do recall back in the day, didn't Cinemax, am I dating myself here? Didn't
Yes.
Cinemax used to air like a whole documentary series about like
Oh, I don't know.
the life of.
Probably.
It was narrated by someone who sounded like they were a pimp themselves.
I wouldn't doubt if they did.
Was it like a Taxi Cab Confessions thing?
That was probably Taxi
I
Cab
guess
Confessions was
HBO,
probably
I
like
think.
highbrow compared to what I'm thinking of.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because Taxi Cab Confessions was HBO.
Yeah.
They were always more highbrow than everybody else. This was like Skinamax, only on at
They
like 1:30
involved
in the
the
morning.
production value, and
Yeah.
this one didn't.
Definitely. 100%. So, okay, so you would not, would you, if you're going with a Greg Gumtow scale, out of 10, what would you give it?
Like an 8.
An 8?
Yeah.
Okay.
I said it wasn't bad.
Okay.
I like documentaries. It's just like I said, it would never be something I would have seeked out for myself to watch.
If there was
in the documentary world.
If there was a sequel to it, like Lot Lizards 2 Electric Boogaloo, would you like seeing it while you're scrolling through go, oh, I saw the first one.
Well,
I wonder, I should probably watch the second one.
More so if it was about the same people.
Oh, just to see
Yeah.
if they turn
If
things
they're
around.
still lot lizards or not.
Okay.
She wants the updated show.
Yeah.
I feel like that might be a very sombering show.
Probably.
Oh, yeah.
Where are they
Could be.
now?
I don't know if you want to know where they're at now.
See, I thought you were talking about Rhonda Shear with USA Up All Night.
I'm not familiar with that.
What? Back in the day, you guys don't remember the USA Up All
I
Night?
feel like back in the day for me is not back in the day for you.
Well, it was back.
Well, it's not. That's two different eras.
Two
here.
different days.
I mean, it was like in the mid to late 90s.
I mean, I was alive, yeah, but was I watching? Yeah, I didn't get mid to late 90s.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think I'd be more interested in it now. Like, are they still able to do their business with COVID?
Ladies of the Night?
Yeah.
I don't think they care.
I mean, I don't know.
I don't
Let's
think
be
they
honest.
do
Yeah,
either.
that's probably
I don't know
right,
if-
the
But-
least of their concerns.
Hygiene
I
was a
mean-
big concern.
No, they weren't very hygienic looking
Yeah.
people.
Wow.
Don't choke, please.
They weren't very hygienic looking.
I mean, are any prostitutes
Is
really
that a spoiler? That might be considered spoilers.
that they're not hygienic looking?
Yeah.
I mean, if they're called lot lizards, you really think they're like the cream of the crop?
This isn't a high dollar escort situation here.
I don't really like the cream of the crop analogy.
All right. Cory.
Am I giving mine even without Todd here? Because it was assigned by Todd.
I don't think it's ever been a rule that the person who signed it to you has to be here.
No, because I've been not here.
Okay.
Yeah.
I had House of Lies
Okay.
from Mr. Todd Dillon. I will say, most expensive movie or series I've been given thus far.
In like high production value or?
No, and like what I had to pay for it.
Oh, that's right, because they're 30-minute episodes, so you had to get 4 of them.
And they're $2.99 an episode.
Oh, wow. Okay. So
Yeah,
you're in for
I got one. Because
You watched
it was
one?
either, here's what I was going to do with it.
Okay.
Either I bought one, and if I hated it, I'm like, well, I'm not going to spend.
But you could have got the money back.
Yeah, I could have, but I'm not going to go through all that for Todd and all that. If he was here, I would, but so I'm like, let me watch one and go from there, because if you can also buy the entire season, and it's at a little bit of a discounted rate. So I'm like, if I like it, then I can go that route.
Okay.
So yeah, most expensive show or movie that I've had to look into thus far.
So how many did you watch?
Just the one episode.
Just the one. Okay.
But you have a very, very strong cast. Don Cheadle, Kristen Bell, and I can't think of what's the comedian from the.
Oh, Ben Schwartz.
Yes, Ben Schwartz.
Yeah.
So I mean,
John Ralphio.
Yes.
Okay.
From Parks and Rec.
John Ralphio.
And I mean, right off the bat,
love him.
right off the bat, I mean, strong opening scene. Have you seen it, Bob?
Yeah, I've seen the whole thing.
Okay, so yeah, very strong opening scene.
Focus.
And again, too, I don't want to give too much away, because the one episode I did watch, I actually even most likely going to buy the entire season.
Okay,
one.
so you only watched the one. I thought you were building up to I watched one because that's all I could stand, and I didn't want to build time
No.
for the rest when I knew I would hate it.
No, it was very, very good.
Okay.
They again, I mean, Don Cheadle is one of my favorite actors.
Yeah. Oh, he's so strong in this too.
Yeah, oh, dude, excellent job. And so he's a marketing. He works for a marketing agency, basically a big shot in New York, and it seems like it's following his life and the craziness of his life. He's always hooking up with his ex-wife, and he knows he shouldn't, but it's like they get angry at each other, and that's what they end up doing. He has a little son that's they haven't really said in episode 1, if he's just gay or if he's, a trans kid, whatever the case might be. But you can definitely tell, they're not portraying him as a, little macho kid. Like he's walking around the house in a skirt and has like a scarf on. And then they even made a joke because he told his grandfather that he was auditioning for the play of Grease at school, and that he was auditioning to be Sandy.
Okay.
And Don Cheadle's character, he's like, oh, good. He's like, so my kid just wants to dress like a slut and try to get fucked by John Travolta. This is awesome.
Wow.
And so, there's that storyline. I want to see, how all that plays out. But it's basically about, Don Cheadle's life and his career, and some of the decisions that he makes, whether they be good or bad. And I think one of the really cool parts that stood out to me was the actual production value of it. The whole stop motion of they will be in a scene and everything in the background will pause and it'll only be Don Cheadle's character that turns around and kind of gives a little monologue to the audience about what's going on currently or how he's going to play the scene out. And so I to me that was really cool, and that's something you don't see.
Kind of like in House of Cards.
Yeah, exactly. Like House of Cards did it because it was politics, and if you don't follow politics, you don't really understand why he's about to do what he's going to do. So everything just freezes. He's going to explain it, and that same thing here. It's marketing. There's a lot of lingo and a lot of like background or like backroom politics that are going on. He knows this guy's going to try to fuck him on the deal, but he's watch this because he doesn't know that I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. He just is not going to see it coming, but here you go.
Yeah, and it gives you a lot more insight and kind of more of an understanding to what's actually going on in the scene. So, I mean, even though I know it's done for entertainment value, it is actually, it helps, the show along, especially if you don't understand some of the lingo or what they're talking about. So I thought that was really cool. So, no, definitely a strong pick, and I would recommend it to just about anyone that wants to see it. You're just going to need Apple TV or to purchase it elsewhere.
Is it on Apple TV?
That was literally the only place I could find it.
But you still had to pay. You have an Apple TV subscription, don't you?
Yes.
You still had to pay for it on Apple
okay.
TV subscription, yeah.
Wow.
Hey, kind of sidebar here. Is this for comedic effect, or was Danielle meant to be radiant for the past 7 minutes?
Oh.
Okay.
Perhaps take that down.
Right.
No, thanks for pointing that out.
Yeah, that cast is so strong. Schwartz, Kristen Bell's awesome in it. And then the guy who plays Doug, I think is his name.
Greg Norbert
is actually Australian.
Is he really?
Yeah. I was blown away when I found that out.
Oh, he definitely kills the accent in the show.
Yeah.
But I know I've seen him in other stuff. I couldn't put my finger on any of the other things that I'd seen him in.
Yeah.
But yeah, a very, very strong cast. Like I said, I'm going to look and buy in the rest of at least season 1, and I'm sure that'll rope me into when you get season 2.
Okay.
Good pick, Todd.
Nick Vader.
Yes, sir.
You had training day from me.
I did.
Okay. Let me hear it.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Yeah, I liked it. Surprisingly, I'd never seen it.
Surprisingly.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a pretty popular movie, you would think, but
You would
in all actuality, it is a popular movie.
It is.
super popular movie. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, Oscar winning.
But I've never seen it. So I went into it like Bob said and emphasized last week. I went into it blind. But yeah, wasn't what I was expecting. Kind of halfway through, I expected the end to be the way it was, but not as much the way it was. If people haven't seen it, it is a super good movie. So I don't want to just go through. I'm not big on going through and giving out lines and which character and why and all that stuff. But it was a really good movie. Law enforcement movie, undercover guys. Denzel Washington. What's the guy's name? The white guy.
Ethan Hawke.
And
his partner?
Yeah, Ethan Hawke. But I think they both did an amazing job acting, and it was really well done. And yeah, highly recommend. Appreciate it.
How about Scott Glenn as the informant?
Who?
The guy whose house they they ripped up
The old dude.
Yeah.
Oh, he was super cool, but I had no clue that they were going back to him. Like that blew me away.
Yeah.
That was a nice little twist. I really like Snoop Dogg's performance.
I almost took you seriously for a second.
I love Snoop Dogg.
But he wasn't actually handicapped, so
No,
think you gotta
go figure.
You got to get up for Snoop.
He actually did a really good job acting, even though I'm not sure how much of it was acting and him just pretending that those were real police. Because, I mean, Snoop Dogg was in a gang and really does not like law enforcement, so I think that just came second nature to him. But I was kind of blown away by him because he was a believable like suspect. I've encountered people like that in the wheelchair that, you know, have that same demeanor, and yeah, he was believable. But yeah, the overall great movie.
I'm so glad that we were able to rebound with you after back-to-back Pink Panther jury duty weeks. I'm very, very happy about that. Okay, so to close it out, I had Sputnik from Greg. Greg, I did a little something different this week, and I took some notes while I was watching it.
Oh, boy.
And I'm going to read you my notes. And now, keep in mind, the notes only go until like probably the 30-minute mark.
Okay.
And then I got too engrossed by what I was watching to take the notes. So that's a good sign. So, Sputnik. Lots of production companies, never a good sign. You know how at the front they're like, of this film, of that film, of this film. I'm like, how many different, oh man, that's always bad. Weird. Hulu didn't automatically turn on subtitles, even though the whole film was probably in Russian. Stupid. Had to rewatch the first 5 minutes. Just stupid. They literally did not. I'm like, you know, so the film is about astronauts in a space capsule who, you know, something happens to them and they come down. But the first 5 minutes, they're in this capsule. And all the dialogue is in Russian. But what they're doing is very, like, explainable. Like, I didn't really need to understand what they were saying, so I'm just sitting there. And I'm like, oh, maybe at some point they're going to switch to English. But they never did. And I'm like, what the fuck? Now I got to go back. So, all right, on with my notes. Maybe Russian isn't as boring a language to Russians as it is to Americans. I wonder who greased that unlucky Mongol. All right, hot Russian neurotherapist. Good thing Nick didn't get this flick. I'd be hearing about why I got the role of the doctor interviewing the astronaut, who apparently looks just like me. Spinal scar, but still hot. I think aloof and hot is the perfect female Russian Tinder profile. Okay, casting snafu. She brought clothes to go for a run, but she's not very good at jogging. Disbelief no longer suspended. What the fuck? Damn it, Greg. And that's the end of my notes. I hit the twist about 30 minutes in, and that's when I stopped taking notes. So I'll close it out by saying I don't want to spoil it. I never would have found this flick ever on my own. So I appreciate you giving it to me. It's not everyone's cup of tea because it is all in Russian. It's subtitled as fuck.
Oh, so Cory would
Cory
love
would
it.
absolutely hate it. He would never be able to make it through it.
Fuck that.
But if you don't mind subtitles, there's a lot of people, you know, put on a movie while they're like folding laundry or they're, you know, making dinner or whatever. And they're like, oh, I can hear it. I don't have to watch it. This is not one of those movies.
Yeah, all my stuff like Netflix, Hulu, everything is in. I have all my subtitles on, always.
All the time?
Yep.
I think
Just out of habit.
I think you're gonna say everything's in Russian.
I thought he was going to say he only picks movies.
My
that have
daughter does that too
subtitles.
all the time. And I'm like, what? But she has like a bit of tinnitus. So she always tells me that, you know, not every, like from Netflix to Hulu to Amazon Prime, like volumes aren't calibrated the same. So she just keeps it all the time. Do you do the same thing for you?
Because a lot of times
hearing it?
I'll have it on at work on my laptop, and the settings carry over into my TV, and I just leave it.
Okay, but there's definitely times where like you have to listen to other stuff, and as long as you can see what's being said.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm in like a meeting at work.
Yeah.
Watching movies while you're in a meeting at work.
Wow. Do you and Cory work for the same company?
We're down at the same place sometimes.
Definitely recommend Sputnik on it's actually on it's on Hulu. I thought it was on Netflix, but it's a Hulu thing. So you can find it out there. All right, so let's do let's do new assignments. I have Cory. Greg has Nick. Cory has me. Danielle has Greg. And Nick has Danielle.
Okay.
I feel like everyone's super excited about this combo. Greg,
Sure.
go ahead.
I have Nick, you said?
You have Nick.
I would say, have you seen Lawless?
No.
Okay, I didn't think so. Yeah.
There's a very good chance whatever you say he has not seen.
I was getting ready to go through my phone to find the stuff I pick out. I just kind of
It's
screenshot.
like, I'm just going to pick out what I watched this morning.
Doesn't even
And-
matter.
Now, is this the movie or the series?
It's a movie.
Okay. Because isn't there a series also called Lawless?
There could be.
Maybe it's Godless. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
Possibly.
Okay. Where can he find this? Do you know? Streaming service?
Thought it was on Netflix, but I will double check.
Okay. Nick, you got something for Danielle? You want to think of it?
Yeah. I mean, the sugary feel good movies. I'm not sure if I can find any right now.
All right, Danielle, you got something for Greg?
Have you seen Ted Lasso yet?
Ted?
That's a no.
No.
I was going to say he would have known right away if you've seen
Yeah.
that.
It's on
Hey.
Apple TV, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Watch it.
You'll like it.
It's really good. They just
Is it
signed up for
anywhere else?
No.
It's actually an Apple. It's an Apple TV exclusive.
Yeah.
Do you not have Apple TV?
No. We can share a login with you.
So
I've heard that
are they
before.
30-minute episodes,
Yeah.
Cory?
Yeah. I
Like
believe so.
20 something, I think.
Okay, so you got to watch 4 of them?
No problem.
You'll like it, Greg.
All right. Cory.
Is this from me to you or
No,
you
no,
to me?
I'm assigning to you.
Okay.
Have you seen Dick Johnson is Dead?
No, I haven't.
That's what you got.
Okay.
Sounds riveting.
It's either Netflix or Hulu. I can't remember which. I'll get it to you
I'll
after
find
the
it
fact.
one way or
but
another.
Yeah, Dick Johnson is Dead.
Fantastic.
And if it makes you feel any better, it's a documentary.
Oh, all right.
That does make him feel
Now
better.
he's like, I'm in.
And no subtitles.
Well, even better.
Okay. And Cory, you got me.
Have you seen Ford versus Ferrari yet?
Yes.
Fuck. Oh man.
Is that the only one you had?
No,
He
well, 'cause
lives in
my
Michigan.
my list is really dwindling down.
Okay.
Now you know how I feel.
Nick, no, let's not. That's not even
Not the
a
same.
comparison to use at all. Have you seen Hot Coffee? That's a documentary as well
No.
I like it already.
on Amazon.
Okay. Is this a documentary about coffee? Don't tell me.
The short answer is no.
Prime Video, you said?
Yes.
Okay. All right, we're down to you, sir.
Okay, Danielle.
Mm-hmm.
Murder Among Mormons.
We watched that, didn't we?
I know I did. I don't know if you were awake.
Oh, I might. I watched part of it.
All right, so how about I Am Mother?
I Am Mother.
Yeah, I gave it to Bob, but it's a good pick.
What's it on?
Netflix.
Hold on. I don't think so.
Got it.
Got what?
Got it down.
Oh,
Lawless is on Netflix.
If I don't write it, Netflix for Lawless?
Yep.
Okay. If I don't write it down, I know I won't remember. And
No, I
apparently
haven't.
people are really wanting me to tell them what they had and who assigned it when I call on them. So,
The Starts.
yeah. Okay. All right. So that's gentleman's agreement. Nick is going to grab us a well-deserved shot. And in the meantime, we're going to jump over to Pick of the Week. So, Danielle Finn, can I start with you?
I don't think I have one.
Is that English?
I don't think I have one. I was trying to think of something.
out of all the packages that you got this week, you don't have a single pick
If
of
I
the
call
week.
on you, it's because
are you for real right now? Out of all the packages I I got this week?
I have funny picks of the week lined up for like the next like 8 weeks.
Do you know how much shit you've had delivered to the house recently?
I do. I'm very aware.
Wow, I am so glad I called on Danielle first.
Because we have to have a mouth
I don't
over
know.
here.
I don't know.
I didn't buy any kind of
hey,
product.
guys, you know why she doesn't?
try.
You know why she can't give them as a pick of the week yet? Because they're still on the porch in boxes.
No, they're not.
Because once they show up to the house, that's it.
Well, at least they have a bale of hay to sit on.
Yeah.
There's no bale of hay.
All right, so I still don't know whose packages those are outside, but it sounds like, Cory, you've got one.
Yeah, I've got a couple
Several.
actually.
All right, well, maybe you can give one and then do Danielle a solid. And
Literally nothing I've gotten was like a product to try.
What was it?
is there a chance, though, that one of the two you've got is something that you guys will both enjoy or have enjoyed?
Was it a summer sundress from Simply Sales?
No.
No.
Simply Sales with Suzanne and
Sarah
Smedley?
and Alyssa.
No, Alyssa and Clarissa.
okay.
Melissa and Clarissa.
It's Sarah and Alyssa, but
Whatever.
I kind of like Smedley.
Smedley?
Yeah.
Slimply Slails with Clarissa and Clarissa. I still remember that one day.
I think we're totally blowing our shot to have them sponsor us
Yeah.
right now.
No, so it's like a couponing like group that Danielle invited me to, and it's like as far as guys go, it's probably 90% of stuff that I would never ever use.
Right.
But every now and then there's a little gem, and so as with having Facebook friends and the networking that happens there, when someone comments on something, if you're a part of that group, it automatically shows up to the forefront. And I remember one day I was scrolling through and I didn't ask to see this. It just showed up on my feed. And it was this like Clarissa Larissa thing or whatever the fuck it was. And it said, there's like this mad women couponing group. And it was like, summer dress, blah, blah, blah. They have it in white. And everyone's like, oh, girlfriend, that's awesome, blah, blah. And Danielle's like, already got mine. But it was like all these other comments. But hers came up,
Of course, you guys are friends.
Showed right underneath it. And she's like, and I think someone was like, got mine in black. And I'm like, okay. I think I
Please tell me you commented on there.
No, I think
dude.
I wanted to, but there'll also be a lot of like, take a picture of your boyfriend when he's not looking, and like people posting pictures and stuff like, or stupid things about like your boyfriend or something. And I see Danielle in there, and she's like,
Wait a second.
Cory just glared at her so
mine didn't know what it was either. Like, and I'm like,
It was the pajama dress.
Did you ask me about it?
The pajama dress?
And then you posted about it?
Yep.
Please, you tell me to take a picture of him in it.
so I try
Oh.
Please.
I try not to pay attention because I don't want too much incriminating information because I know I'll act upon it. So I felt the need of the dress at the time to like, maybe I should warn Cory that
It
there's
was
some,
just-
Yeah,
some
you should
fancy
have.
dress coming.
It was
Send it back.
just it was just the funny comments that you made about it, about ordering one. It was a joke.
Cory.
And I told you after the fact that it was a joke. I didn't tell you that I posted it, but
Cory,
Uh-huh.
I see everything. I'll let you know next
Jesus.
time. But yeah, so I thought that was pretty funny. Cheers, shots.
Oh, we're doing shots. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, if you've got anything out there to do a shot of, take a sip of, tip back a bottle of, please join us.
Oh, thank you guys. I'm good.
Okay.
Where's your little? Hold on.
Don't you have a flask?
I
Yeah,
got a baby
it's in the
bottle.
freezer.
Hold on one second.
Oh boy. Sorry, Cory. Did you go with your pick yet or no?
No. We got on a little,
We did.
We got on a tangent there.
Yeah. we did.
My pick for this week, and I think Nick will be able to back me up a little bit because this is a thing now.
God.
On
What
one
is-
knee.
What is happening?
Yeah.
Down on one knee behind Cory
Wow.
with the shot flask. Way to go, Nick.
A little bit.
Nick will have my my back on this one because he actually has.
I thought he just had your back.
No, he was
on
definitely
his back.
didn't have
He
it
was
back
trying to get
whatsoever.
on his back.
I don't know why Greg's never come back since then. I don't understand.
So, well, shot first, and then I'll finish mine.
Yeah, thank
All
God,
right.
Jesus.
Please join us.
Wet your whistle. Did you see what you got?
I didn't know where it came from.
Michael J.
Thank you. You're so quiet over there.
That was the deal.
He had to be quiet.
Cory, do you have a flask now that also doubles as like a power bank? What is that thing? It looks like a giant.
Yes.
That's actually not a bad idea.
Oh,
No,
God.
just a regular flask.
Okay. I
Better
like it.
trademark that real quick.
There's
Yeah,
actually
trademarked.
There's actually
Bob
two
Rankin
metal
2021.
prongs that stick into the fireball from the outside.
Cabela's.
And you can plug your phone right into it because it's
I like how I could see through it, how full it is.
Yes.
because fireball's so caustic, it actually has its own electrical charge.
I would not be surprised. All right, Cory, your pick. Back to it.
Well, you know what? I'm going to switch my pick up. There you go. The
It's
You're
weak.
welcome.
wow. Because I can save the other one for another time.
Sure. Or for your girlfriend.
It's probably nothing I would use.
We use it either way.
Don't talk about Cory like that.
What is saying?
Boulder Company flask from Cabela's. As Bob mentioned, it's see-through, so you can always see where your level's at. It's all PVC plastic, so very durable, light, packable. Excellent little flask to pick up from Cabela's. So there you go.
Rough cost.
$20.
Not bad.
No.
Not bad. It's probably stackable too if you bought like 5 or 6 of them.
Oh yeah, it's very very flat on the sides. Can like a if you had a bookshelf, you
Goddamn
could
it, Greg, I should be in
several of them in
marketing.
there. So there you go. Boulder Company flasks
All right.
available at Cabela's.
For anybody who needs more time to think, I got a pick. It is for Lunchbox Records. It was a record shop that they used to be a promoter for punk bands in Atlanta, but then the guy decided to start a record shop in Charlotte, North Carolina. And I know about them because I was on like a deep rabbit hole with Tool, and I was wondering if there's any way to find their latest album on vinyl. And I found out that there isn't any way because they're all sold out everywhere, and they're going on eBay for like $200-300
Oh my God.
until I found Lunchbox Records, and they shipped me a copy for $50.
Nice.
Brand new,
It was nice of them.
fair inoculum. Well, I mean, for the $50, but
It did cost me something.
They gave it to me in exchange for money.
but I could literally put it on eBay now and get $300 easy for it.
Why don't you buy 5 of them?
Because they only had one in stock. And I got the last one. But you got to support your local record shops. And even though they're not local to me, the fact that a place called Lunchbox Records on Central Avenue in Charlotte, North Carolina, would have it in copy and ship it to me within 2 days.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Pretty goddamn amazing. So if you're looking for vinyl, they also do trades. Just Google Lunchbox Records and you'll find them. Give them some business. We are not sponsored by them, but if you're listening, Lunchbox Records, we're always open to talk.
Yeah.
In other words, Bob's open for you to send him free records that he can review.
Yes.
You know, if that were to happen, I would not be opposed to that, but you know, we'll take the sponsorship anyway. And you know, speaking of sponsors, I want to derail this just for a second. There's a couple of podcasts that I follow. I'm sure like you guys follow on Instagram, and they were podcasts that were recommended to us by Gina. This one in particular. And so I started listening to them. I had not listened to an episode, and I just downloaded one and started playing it. And they have sponsors. They have 2 sponsors at least. And they read the copy right at the beginning of the show. And they have less followers on Instagram than we do.
Really? What the?
That's what I said. Quite literally. What the I don't even think I finished the last word. So we got to talk on the break or after the show or something like that about there isn't any. And they have sponsors that I'm like, who? And I had to Google them, but they're a real thing. So I don't know how they did it. Maybe they just reached out to him and they said, hey, we're a Rinky-Dink podcast and no one ever listens to us, but if you want to, we'd be happy to plug your shit. And maybe they said, yeah. So maybe reach out to the same desperate companies.
Reach out to Gina and say, hey, can you talk to these guys and see what's going on?
I don't know how well she knows the hosts, but
Probably better than us.
I mean, she's probably listened to more episodes than I have. So anyway, I thought it was really promising because I always assumed that we would have to hit like 10,000
Right.
viewers, listeners to get to the point where anyone would consider sponsoring us.
Apparently not.
I don't think that's the case.
Oh, it doesn't sound like it.
Yeah. So Sorry.
We'll look into it.
Quick tangent. Anything, Danielle? Greg Gumtow.
Wow. Suddenly my brother was almost here.
I said Greg, and I'm like, nope.
Greg,
Do it. Oh,
Bug.
boy.
But a Gumtow.
I actually just picked up a Google Nest for the house.
Okay.
I'm new to the
Google.
Google.
The Googles.
Yeah. But
Okay.
it's pretty cool. It's nice because you can control everything from your phone. And I got a good deal on it because it was at Best Buy and it was mismarked. They had the wrong tag up on it. So I got $30 off of it. Bonus.
Okay.
Wow.
Hold on, Greg. Hold on. Are you telling me they make such technologies these days that you can control things in your home from your phone?
Apparently. I'm just finding this out. It's crazy.
Holy shit.
This is
Guys, we need to get on this.
You guys have no idea how much when we were at work, Cory would watch Danielle. It was so creepy.
I had no way of doing it at the time.
You did.
No, I didn't. How?
He
But
very
I do.
he very quickly jumped in to defend himself. That was way before I could do that.
I did just buy a camera the other day that now I have access to as well.
But he's being a creep about it. There's a difference.
well,
I
look at
kind
him.
of think that was the point you were just trying to make.
I'm telling you.
I used it to make sure he was awake, not to be creepy.
And not
But
dead.
that's-
So
not
wait, you
creepy?
stare at him while he's sleeping?
Well, when you're trying to make sure somebody gets to work, you have to make sure they're awake. And
But he's a grown man.
He's a
Why are
grown
you-
ass man.
Why are you
Well.
making sure he gets to work?
Danielle,
Because I care.
I can come over.
Because we got bills to pay, motherfucker.
I can come over very easily and put some attachments with that camera to where it sounds audibles, alarm, like home intrusion alarm audibles all throughout that room that you can press with one button on your phone.
I don't think he'd wake up, though.
Oh, he would. He would.
Maybe,
we'll get
Some
maybe,
chance.
maybe you should test that tonight.
We'll get that taken care of.
Yeah.
How great would that be
For who?
for her?
Me. As long as I can watch it after I push the button. So
Yeah,
Yeah, my camera system that I have at the house has an alarm button. Just hit that and
yeah.
it'll wake you up.
Why did Cory go to sleep in a sweater? Oh, nope.
All right, so Google Nest.
Yes.
So you'd recommend it if it's mismarked at Best Buy.
Well, it was. But no, I would recommend I would have bought it if it wasn't mismarked.
Okay.
You don't recommend purposely mismarking products.
No, definitely not. I let them do that.
No, but taking advantage of someone's mismarking.
100%.
Now,
Well,
this is your first foray into like home automation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, were you able to take advantage of the mismarking itself for its fullest discount, or did you get the Michigan barcode scanner law discount?
I simply asked the guy after he rung it up because it rung up 129. I said, "Hey, the sign over there says $99." He's like, "Well, let me go look at it." I'm like, "I could have picked the wrong one. I don't know." But he did that.
Playing dumb. Good
He-
plan.
So he picked it up. He scanned it. It came up 129, but the thing said 99.99.
So
I thought like
I'm
it was
not
going to
sh-
be like $100 off.
No,
This
I'm
is
not-
like
no.
$30.
I'm not sure how
Hey,
how it
30
goes.
bucks.
I'm
I'm
not
not as
sure how it
impressed
goes
anymore.
now. I think they might have put some caps on it, but there was a Michigan barcode scanner law.
We used to have it at Target.
Yeah, there's something like anything like over $25 or something like that. The company can say, basically tell you, "Oh, sorry, we made a mistake. We can market it whatever we want
Yeah, it was always under 25.
under 25. Sorry, yeah, and anything over then."
But it was I think the law applied when like the price tag or something. Now it wasn't something just as tangible as
As if it was a sticker.
it set it over the top, you know.
Yeah, it had to be a sticker.
If it had a sticker on it, the barcode ended up charging you more.
Right.
Whatever the difference was, you got paid 5 times that amount.
Yeah. It was a pain in the ass at Target.
And a lot of people didn't know about it, but then you bring it up and they'd be like, and they literally, so you'd get the item, because I think the item you end up getting for free or something. And then they have to pay you because so many people don't notice it. Then you're getting like $10. They're like, here you go. And you're like, what?
And as now that you bring that up too, when I was working loss prevention, I think that they might have actually eradicated that law because
They did.
yeah,
Because people were abusing it.
we like literally people were kind of making jobs off of it. They were coming in and buying all these things that they knew were mismarked, and just buy the entire shelf not even walk out of the store. As soon as they'd finish the transaction, they'd go right over to customer service and say, okay, I want to return all this stuff.
I know the one time, I think it was twice that I noticed, but the one time I remember recently in the last, I'd say recent, like 4 years, they told me that they changed the law to where it caps it. Like they can't owe you any more than $5. Like
and like Target stopped physically marking all of their products with.
Well, yeah, you're losing a bunch of money.
Exactly. Because people were
being Greg's.
Yeah.
Hey man, I thought it was $99.99. I didn't do any research. I literally just if they would charge
totally
me.
Different. That's a signing error, like where they probably was on sale and they forgot to take the sign down.
I would have happily paid $129.99 for it, but
hold on. Did you pull it off the shelf because it was mismarked?
No, I had no clue what it cost.
Did you know what you were buying?
Yeah,
so
I knew what I wanted.
So you knew what a Google Nest was.
Yes. But I knew there was that version. Then they have like a learning version.
Were you trying to defraud the innkeeper?
Maybe.
Like Google Nest for kids?
Crazy name for that one.
Okay. Well, they have it's like it'll kind of like Nick's lights upstairs. It thinks we're in the kitchen.
Hey, whoa. I would appreciate it when you refer to things that I own to not italicize your voice.
I'm just saying. We all know how annoying his lights are when it goes off and we're standing upstairs.
In the kitchen. You could have just said Nick's lights.
No, that's specific for there. I was replacing it, and I knew I kind of wanted a Google Nest. That was the one that I was looking at. I did not look at price. I just kind of looked it up. It's like, okay, they have 2 different versions.
Cover your ears, babe. I was talking to my Alexa.
I bet.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I believe it.
Okay.
But yeah, that's my first. I don't have anything like that in my house. But I was upgrading it, and
it'll be contagious.
Yeah, I think so.
I was looking into the Hue lighting that they have.
Well,
I love my Hue bulbs.
Do you?
Oh, yeah.
I was thinking about redoing my one back room to like a movie room. Just have a nice TV back there, stuff like that.
They are pricey.
Yes.
They're a lot cheaper, home automation lighting options to get into, but I'm a fan of it.
I have several friends that have them, and they love them.
I remember because when I first started getting into all this, like everyone thought I was nuts. And then I know Cory and Bob, and Bob came first on this conversation.
So he usually does.
But you got to strike while the iron's hot, buddy.
I remember because I'm like, oh, look at this. I can do this and do this, and I've got like almost 3/4 of my house done. And Bob's like, I've got a bulb that changes colors that was super expensive. And I was like, oh, okay. I'm like, so you got them all through the house? No, I just have this one. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I remember he brought it out the one day and he was like, oh. And we had it on the podcast for a while.
I was so excited.
And he would just be like, hold on, guys, what color do you want for tonight?
Dude, he'd match it to Cory's shirt.
What color? Oh, what color?
That's the one that was on the table.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, it was just like a little light in the middle of the table and go ring. And it would just go to purple. And he's like,
they all thought it was like
hundreds of dollars well spent.
A diffuser, like some sort of.
It did look like a diffuser.
Yeah.
Where is it? Do you still have that light?
Yeah, that's my night light.
Is it really?
It's literally right next to my head. When my alarm goes off, when I tell Alexa to set the alarm, like that comes on.
Cory.
And wakes me up.
When he re-edits the podcast and watches the video and sees your shirt and changes the color and is just sitting there crying in bed. I remember we used to do this all the time.
No, I've literally not thought about Cory once when that light went off.
I was hoping you would say while in bed, but
oh, he thinks about me all the time when he's in bed.
My bedroom is now a
Cory freeze up.
fully integrated series of lights and bells and whistles that when alarms go off, like that shit lights up like Broadway. My entire room is completely illuminated.
But
there's shit binging and beeping and chiming.
But what lights and noises go off when you tell when you tell Alexa it's sexy time?
You can do that?
Oh, Bob, come on.
Like you
guess,
didn't know.
Guess what's happening tonight?
One of the nerdiest guys
sexy
I know.
Sexy time configuration.
Self-proclaimed. And you mean to tell me between you and Lori.
No, that's the thing. You have a girlfriend. You don't really need to tell Alexa sexy time.
But Lori would be one of the girls that would think that would be the coolest thing in the world.
She is completely, she has no home automation, doesn't want it, has no interest. But she has learned to tell her to turn the lights off.
Turn on sexy time.
It's pretty easy to do.
Turn on sexy time.
It took her several times of hearing me do it to like get up the nerve to do it.
The lights all go red.
The goal.
Bum, 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 bum. Lori, you know what I want you to do.
No, that's a special keyword.
Get the Cinnabons and put them on both
So I
sides.
guess technically I've not done the sexy time, but I have done the Darth Vader keyword. So there's that.
Every time Nick goes
Close enough.
to watch some Baywatch, he's like, as soon as it plays, Alexa already knows.
Oh yeah, she does.
All he's got to do is say 13 open water saves, and all of a sudden,
In water.
Yes.
damn it!
You'll get it one day, Bob. You'll get it one day.
No, I never will.
Lori's gonna be like,
I guarantee I never
Bob,
will.
it's not even practical. Where would you even find a golden? You were saying, Lori. You were saying, princess.
Oh man! Oh man! Oh man!
Like the table's getting a little unlevel over there. I don't know.
Yeah. This is going to be embarrassing after the show. I can already tell.
Yeah,
Bob, why aren't you going outside to smoke on the break?
sweetie, if you
I'll
just
go out
want
in a second, guys.
Sweetie, if you want me to do that, I'll
fucking
do it.
touch me. You got a picnic?
Yes, I do. Thank
Let's
you
go.
for
Got a
after
picnic?
20 minutes coming back to me. I know I was doing a lot of talking. But
Yeah.
Pricare.
Just a bit.
Pricare, Pricare. Pricare makes, as Greg knows, emergency survival first aid kits. It's kind of a bug out emergency kit. It comes with pretty much everything you need, but it's one of the best ones that I've found on Amazon so far. So I wanted something that we could take on the kayak. We almost died last year on the kayaks.
Hang on. Not that the first aid kit would have helped us. By
No,
any means.
not at that point. No. But
Did that
Okay.
first aid kit have a time travel device in it?
but
Can we go back 20 minutes real quick?
No, I would have gone back several hours
trees,
to the point where we're like, don't get on that river.
Did it have a saw in it?
trees and spiders and darkness befell us. But this would not help in any of those things. But it is a first aid kit, but it opened my eyes to think, Cory and I are both first responders, and there's no reason we're both trained in how to use this kind of stuff. There's no reason why we shouldn't have something like that to be able to, if needed, render care. And something so simple, you could mitigate and save someone's life. So there's a lot of things in here. There's tourniquets. There's I added like the one thing I added to it that doesn't come with it was like for
Snake bite venom?
No, for insect stings and bee stings and things like that. But it's got the Hydra. What are they called? The scissors,
Like bandage scissors?
Lord of the Dance.
the medical scissors.
Do you want some like good ones?
Yeah,
Not the
I'll get
shitty
you
ones
some.
you just
No,
bought.
well,
Yeah.
no, because the ones I usually put in the kit, they're not good.
I forget what they're called, but the ones
Is
that
that
nurses,
maybe what ripped your kit? Was those
My
super
bandage
cool
scissors? Probably not, but I don't know what ripped mine.
Okay.
So it comes with like a K-bar knife that you can hang around your neck. It comes with those medical EMT scissors. It comes with an emergency blanket. Comes with a splint and everything else that you would think that you would need in a first aid kit, including a one-way valve CPR mask. But it's completely waterproof. It's going to go on the kayak. Hopefully, we'll never have to use it. But as Cory said, something as stupid as if we were to gash our hand on something and get like a cut where we're like legitimately bleeding, that we could easily throw some Band-Aids on.
Thank God that didn't happen to any of us last year. But looking back on it now, that was the one simple thing that we didn't have with us. Out of all the other stuff that we had with us, that was the one thing that had one of us stepped on a seashell and it went into our foot and we had to pull it out.
Bitten by a gator.
That too.
I was thinking like a nail. I don't know about a seashell, but
oh, dude, I mean, a broken one can easily go into your foot. And
Yeah.
But yeah, we would have had no way to actually render aid to that out on the river.
yeah, everything else we talked about, and the long and the short of it was we were stranded with basically without lights or knowing where we were in pitch black darkness on a river, unfamiliar territory. So we had said that it wasn't life and death because Cory and I thought, hey, dude, we can always pull off to the side of the river. We can get on land. It's not like we're in the middle of the ocean. But something like that would have.
To be honest with you, I would have been way more scared if one of us would have cut our foot or hand wide open.
That's what I'm saying.
And we wouldn't have been able to render aid to that, rather than being stuck out there at night with no light.
No, that's exactly what I'm saying. We could spend the night on the ground and fall asleep, and we'd be fine. But had someone stepped on a seashell or a nail or a nail or something,
Sorry, what was
on
that?
the seashore.
by the river shore, we that could have been a big bag of worms there. So, but yeah, so Pricare, Pricare on Amazon.
Outstanding.
Good pick.
Yeah. In fact, it wasn't lost on me that when you were showing that around that before the podcast started, that Cory's like, oh man, can you imagine if we would have needed that? We would have been totally fucked.
Yeah. It would have sucked.
Yeah. But all of up until now, like you and I have been looking at REI and Cabela type Dunham's websites, looking for, let me make sure I've got plates and bowls and utensils.
We discussed it a while back
you?
about making sure we at least had least something, with Band-Aids and like taping it. Just
Did you ever buy that?
It would have been something that we would have got before
right.
we went out.
So
but it was
No,
we
bought
have
it.
it
Someone
for this
did.
year, yeah.
it's on the list of, and we weren't looking at anything as
but it's
extensive
not
as
top
Nick's.
of the list, right? I mean, who knows if we would have actually followed through with it before we went?
Oh no!
Finally.
If Nick wouldn't have done it, I would have definitely gotten it. Again, not as extensive as what he got, which I think we're all thankful for.
A couple of Band-Aids.
But enough to, that would have been enough to render care to a wound or something like that.
Yeah.
To stop bleeding.
We talked about it a couple of times.
Yeah.
I mean, just think about something so dumb, like if we had to cut a piece of the rope on our kayak or something, and one of us slipped, like on a mossy rock or something.
Right.
Knife goes into your thigh. Now it's life and death. And we can be the best friends in the world, and we can be strong and do whatever we want. But at the end of the day, at that point, we're sitting on a river. We can't helicopter out. I mean, we still have to. I mean, it's terrifying to think what could possibly happen if something so dumb, transpired while we were out there.
I'm glad we got that taken care of for this year.
I'm gonna start looking at helicopters though.
Well, we know you got the money, so
yeah, I've heard I'm rich. So
Look into it.
look at the Huey AF 360.
Yes.
now that nest is slowly getting empty.
Oh yeah. Yep. Kids have flown out.
All that daddy money.
All the money in the world.
Right. Maybe if you stop buying vinyl for yourself, you could save up buy that helicopter for everybody that you were talking about.
Find some more of those Tool albums and sell them, and then you can buy your helicopter.
There you go.
You could easily melt those vinyls down into a helicopter frame.
Let's talk on the break. All right. So before we do take a break, let's do Funko This with Cory Selesky. Oh, queuing up the music. It might be on the next one.
You guys are getting
There it
good.
is.
You guys are getting good at this.
Funko This. Funko This. Funko This.
I only imagine somewhere out there in the deep dark night of Seattle, Washington, Todd Dillon's laughing his balls off.
I was thinking I'm really sad that Todd's not here to laugh at himself.
No. Wherever he is, he just bursts into unexplainable laughter.
He doesn't know why.
Yeah, he's not sure why. No one knows why.
Right now, the Velvet Fog is singing from heaven. When you're smiling to Todd Dillon, and he's cracking up.
Oh, Dr. Phil Anton may take some umbrage with that because he likes to go by that alias.
The Velvet Fog?
Yes.
Wow.
Todd just did comment right away. Laugh my ass off.
Did he really? That makes sense.
Awesome.
It literally just came up.
That makes sense.
So for this week's Funko This, it's a follow-up to one of the other
Good
Funkos
Lord.
we've had.
That is the loudest Funko I've ever seen.
It is a exclusive version of the Macho Man Randy Savage. And this one, I can actually say Danielle did get, unlike the last one that she misquoted.
No, that was hers too.
And so that
She did say.
I did, but it wasn't.
No,
It wasn't mine.
Did you know when you said it?
No, I really thought I did. And then we were talking about it after, and he was like, you did not buy that
Hold
one.
on.
Oh, dude.
No, hold on. So I made the comment. So sometimes we will have like Zoom calls during the week, and we can't all make it, but whatever. Cory and I had a Zoom call during the week after this moment, and it just came up in normal conversation. I brought it up, and I said, "What was going on with that?" He's like, "Oh, what do you mean?" I said, "Well, I've never seen the color run away from your face faster." That it was as if like an apparition stood up in the middle of the room, because Cory was like beaming from ear to ear, and he's like, "Yeah, this is my Macho Man Randy Savage. I thought Nick would like this, and I did the oh yeah, and then Danielle just cut him off right at the knees and was like, actually, it's mine. And I swear to God to you, if you look back at the video, hopefully it caught it. He was like, his face, like it was as if you just told him, I'm sorry, your whole family's been wiped out. And you were going on and everyone was laughing, and Cory had this look like I was waiting for the chew to just fall out of his lip like onto the table. If his mouth could have been hanging like a cartoon, it would have. Swear to God to you. And I finally, pulled at the thread, and he was like, because, dude, I was fucking pissed. And then I went home and I started thinking about it, and it turns out it was mine. But he was, for the moment, he was so shocked because he was like second guessing himself, like, maybe she's right. Maybe everything I know about Funko and I'm wrong about. I have no idea. What does the world even mean anymore? Like, that was the look he had on his face.
It was literally the next day in the shower. I was still thinking about it.
I was cleansing myself.
And I was like,
standing in the shower
I was
thinking.
like, no, wait a second. I'm like, I bought that one. She bought a different one. So later that day, when you were at work or something, she got back home. I was like, by the way, just to recall, I bought Macho Man. You bought the other one. And she was like, huh, yeah.
Did you
not just a huh, yeah.
Did you give her like a no you didn't moment?
Basically.
Oh,
yeah.
no, you didn't buy this.
I'd like you to savor this moment, because I hope you understand what he's just described, what's happened here. You're looking at a man, young Cory, who used to be so sure of himself, so,
I don't
forthright.
like where this is going.
Yeah. He never would have second guessed himself that way, but then he met you. And now he's so invested where he's like, maybe she's right. Maybe I am wrong. That never would have happened before.
It was as if all your words manifested into a rolled up newspaper and you hit him on the snout.
Yeah.
Because he was like blown away. Like like the first time you smack a puppy for doing something wrong, his face was like, I don't even know what any of this means anymore. Like for a while he didn't even talk on the
Maybe
cast.
life has no meaning.
Look back at it. He was like speechless, literally speechless for a moment.
Sorry.
He was.
Well, just to correct
No,
all
this
that.
is growth. I mean, it's oppression by you on him, but it's also growth.
I was trying to get him to like give me some signals or something. Going, what?
I
What's wrong? Tell me.
If
Blink
you're in
twice.
danger, just
Are you
blink your
okay?
eyes twice.
Are you all right? We can see under the table, so it's not that.
We can get you help.
I purchased the first Macho Man. Danielle did purchase this
I
Macho
didn't,
Man.
Okay.
So, Macho Man exclusive.
Wait, so upon learning that he purchased the other one, were you like, well, we have to go to the store immediately?
No, it just so happened we were there a couple days later.
Okay.
Corey's like, enjoy this picture right now because I took that in the backyard and burned it with a blowtorch.
Well, and this is a different one than the first one, because we're not going to buy double.
You guys have so many problems.
Yeah, why would you do that?
Yeah, okay. I thought you thought that like we each had our own collection. Like, no, it's all one big collection.
Oh, God. Dude,
Well, you both
I
equally
almost-
love Funko,
okay.
remember?
Yes.
I would have to rethink everything I know about
If we had
the
our
world.
separate collections.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
God.
You only
that would
have
be a
one
pain in the
house.
ass.
Yeah.
I already don't know where you keep it. For you to have two separate collections where you're duplicating figures, and I can't even wrap my
It
brain
must have
around
been
that.
quite the moment on that first date from meeting online when you both said Funko at the same time and then pointed at each other.
We didn't
Stars
even know
and
they
bars.
were a thing back then.
Who
Sky
said it
rockets in flight.
Me and you.
Afternoon
and you and me.
delight.
This is this is quarantine's fault.
Yeah. This started at the beginning of quarantine, so
I think that's quarantine's fault.
that's a rough one.
That's a rough one. Rough segue, sir.
Rough segue into a break.
Yes, sir.
All right. I could use it.
Oh, we all could. All right, so we're going to be back in about 15 minutes. Please don't go anywhere. We'll stay in the room. You're going to hear some music and some friends of ours. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the second half of Schnozzcast, episode 122. Thanks for sticking with us. If you're just joining us on Facebook Live, welcome.
What? That was a very odd welcome.
Welcome.
Yeah, that's-
buddy.
were you going Pauly Shore there?
No, but I felt like at the last second, that's what I did.
Yes, very much so. Very
Welcome,
much so.
buddy. All right, let's. Can we do the music for this? Is the next question. Killer robot of the week.
Come on, Bob, you got it.
I do got it.
That's the first time I've heard that one.
No, it's the same one from last time, but I wanted to jack the volume all the way up to make sure. In my ears, it sounds like piercing, but hopefully,
I think that'll sound a lot better on the eye.
we're gonna find out.
Yes.
All right. So Corey, you got to kill a robot.
I
this
do.
week.
So, and this is one I think we touched on a version of this robot. It's an animal of sorts.
Oh no, not from Boston Scientific Labs or whatever it is.
It is that robot.
Damn it!
But
It's my nemesis, Greg.
yes, yeah, from the Boston Dynamics company.
Boston Dynamics
But a YouTuber got a hold of this robot and
destroyed it.
no,
Damn it!
made it even better.
Weaponized it.
This is getting worse and worse for me, Greg.
You repurposed it.
I'm in the same boat as you.
That is a very perfect
know you
word.
are.
He repurposed it
Okay,
to do something that I think every frat boy, which Bob, you and Todd,
Jerk
and
him off.
all your friends.
Hey-o.
Well, I think, yeah, maybe I take that
Why
statement
would you
back.
assume that just all frat boys lay down face first naked on the floor and get fucking spices poured in their ass? Why would you assume that?
I didn't say anything about that. So clearly that's
Okay.
I
Did I
mean,
miss
I
something?
mean, just
clearly that's something that happened.
just
Yikes.
just saying.
It felt like spicy.
For example,
If I had to come up with a very random idea that would never.
just for clarity's sake.
Yeah, so a YouTuber got a hold of this Boston Dynamics dog and repurposed it to do something very, very cool.
Okay, are you playing us a video here?
No, I'm not.
You're just going to describe?
Well, and you guys have seen the Boston Dynamics dog.
I have. It's horrifying because I've seen Black Mirror, and I can't remember the name of the episode, but it's goddamn terrifying.
Uh-oh.
I feel like everyone else here has also seen Black Mirror, so you probably know the episode I'm talking about.
Yeah, well, yes, but I'm also concerned because everything froze on the live.
Well, that's okay. We're
Oh, no.
still got audio going.
We still have audio listeners
Yeah. So
True.
or listener.
the show must go on, Corey.
So the Boston Dynamics dog was repurposed to have a keg put on its back
Mm-hmm.
and
Go on.
and recognize when there's a cup on the ground. And what do you think it does when it sees a cup on the ground?
Tries to take over the race of cups.
He makes the cup his.
You guys, robots can do good things.
I've yet to see this, Corey, but go ahead.
So when this robot dog or robot dog sees a cup on the ground, it will go over and pee beer into it.
Money well spent.
Yeah. I don't know why you wouldn't have one of those.
I mean, I thought it was pretty sweet.
All I can picture of is the fountain from the Money Pit with Tom Hanks that's pissing into his bucket. That's all I can think of.
Yeah, no one's seen that. So you want to do a shot? Corey, shot? No, dude, take your hands away.
Blip, blip.
Stop getting worried about playing the video because it's not going to happen.
No, there's no video. He's just trying to make sure that the Facebook Live is not frozen.
Yeah,
That's
it's
okay.
actually very important that we have that.
No, it's not. Cheers.
All right. Schnozzcast shot. Schnozzcast shot.
Sometimes we say that on purpose.
Oh, sometimes it's by accident, but maybe not this time. Could be, or was it? Please join us.
Cheers. Cheers. Ooh,
Smooth.
right down to your soul.
The soles of something.
My feet.
All right, so a dog with a keg on its back. The tap is right where its dick is. Great design move.
Yes.
And so I assume that it literally like waddles over the cup and squats down as though it's going to take a piss and then pisses beer into the cup.
Correct.
So it's a female dog.
Does it lift its leg or does it squat?
That's what I want to know.
It's more of a squat.
So it's a female dog.
Yeah.
Okay.
But,
What's her name?
You know what? I don't think they actually have a name for it. They just they keep on referring to it. Oh, robot dog Spot.
That's so
they-
dumb.
yeah, they
That's so dumb.
All right.
They
That
failed
is
on the name.
ridiculous.
Word of advice to Boston Dynamics: if you want to humanize your beer pissing robot dogs, give them a cool name
Yeah.
like Lady or
Cat.
Lady.
Cat. Sure, yeah, Lady and the Tramp.
Nick's like, I haven't seen that movie.
No, I know he hasn't seen it, but you do understand the visual of like two dogs eating the spaghetti that end up kissing. You don't.
I know that. Yes.
Okay, that's Lady and the Tramp.
No, I know that.
Oh, okay. So when I say
I'm just-
lady, that's the name
but
of a
I'm-
female dog.
But lady, I don't know if that's the name
Lady.
that I would give that dog. Don't ever do that again.
You guys are like begging me to do it all the time. How would
Whisper
that
in his
sound if
ear.
you sang it? Well, give us a little listen. What would that sound like? You guys are begging me to do that all the time.
We got Bob.
Begging me to do that all
Bob
the
and I
time.
are gonna. Bob and I will think of better names for a dog that pees out beer.
Okay, absolutely.
We will. Not right now.
Before the cast is over, we're going to come up with
Yep.
3 names each.
No, we're not. No, we're
Dude,
not.
you don't think you could?
No, not
Yes.
not on the show. I've got other things to think
On the
about.
show. The next segment we're going to do is Friends Trivia. All you got to do is think about friendship you already
Exactly.
know. You don't have to think about that.
Oh,
You
I
know it
do.
already.
See, I thought it was a killer robot. I thought he was going with the Tesla car that crashed.
Robot.
Robot.
Yeah, but I don't know how funny that would be, though.
That's not funny at all.
Yeah. That's
Like at all.
right.
Two people, but they weren't sitting in, like there was no driver. He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna do a hypothetical. What I think happened
Okay.
here.
All right.
Couple guys had a few too many drinks. They're like, "Hey, my Tesla drives itself. You have to check this out.
Okay. But isn't the self-driving Tesla built to...
Every 10
Combat
seconds, you
exactly
have
that
to
kind
do
of
something."
situation?
Yes.
Oh.
So, what happened there?
So could you put like any kind of alcoholic beverage in the dog to where it would pee that out?
Sorry, we're back to... Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm following you.
From what it looks like, I mean, it's fitted for a keg, but I don't see why. I mean, dude, we're talking MIT students, so I'm sure they'd be able to figure out a way
Can
to
it
put
be a box
yeah,
of
but they
wine?
came up with Spot.
Yeah, because I was thinking of like CAWINE, like K wine.
Oh, God.
That's,
I mean, that you have to
Bob,
think
you
of.
asked for it.
No, I asked for 3 legitimately female good dog names
Well, it doesn't have to
by
be
the end
a
of the
female
podcast.
dog name.
But like in the next hour. And I got, within 5 minutes, I got K-Wine.
Boston Dynamics. We're now introducing K wine.
Todd says Urena.
Todd wins the internet for the night. See? Not even here. Already trumping you and your K-Wine.
He said if it shits margaritas, that's awesome.
Yeah, well, there's...
Oh yeah, the ice cubes. That could be something. The limes and the ice cubes. Yeah.
Freeze the limes in the ice cubes and then have it poop them out.
Put the lime in the coconut.
Wow.
Oh,
And-
sorry.
and you-
sorry,
and you-
K-Wine was good, but
Well,
that was horrible.
But that's what I'm going for. You just were giving Nick shit. For
No, I
coming up with
totally
that.
was.
And then you
Yeah, I know, I get it.
you dropped that bomb.
Oh, that it was a stanky turd to drop in the punch
How
bowl.
about
Yeah.
Pee Wee the dog?
Okay, let's move on because there's no more good is going to come from this story.
Okay.
Not from this table. Not,
See,
not him
but-
or
and,
I.
and by the way, I read that as urina.
I did too.
What did you say, Cory? Urena?
Urena, yeah, it's
It's
either
like,
way.
Yeah.
It's basically a play on urine
Yes.
What? But Purina,
or
the
as
dog food.
or as-
Oh, I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Okay.
or as some might say in the hood, urine.
Do they really?
Yes.
Okay.
Nick's very familiar with the hood.
I am.
Yes, just look at Nick and
as-
that
right.
screams
When I look
hood.
at Nick, I think inner city. Inner city blues make me want to holler. That's what I think.
We
Definitely.
were on an arrest one time, and someone said that you can't possibly frisk that guy because he's covered in urine.
Did you roll with it, or were you like, excuse me?
No, you got to roll with
What? Okay.
What'd you just say?
it. He is covered in urine.
Forget this guy. Can we talk about what you just said?
yeah. Let's just pause
Let's
for a second
discuss
to
this.
ruminate on what you just said.
Yeah, ruminate wouldn't have flown at that point in time.
So it would have been like room,
No,
no,
not even close.
rooming on the urine.
Yeah, when you're dealing with people covered in urine, you don't
I want people to stop saying that
you
word.
you don't speak in anything
It's
more
like an
than
ice pick in my
monosyllabics.
I
right
feel
behind
like
my eyeballs.
I feel like we need to get somebody to do
Urine test?
cameo little thing and have him say that.
Urine
Yeah, and send it to you.
over and over again,
Yeah,
like a celebrity.
yeah.
Which celebrity would you pick?
Let's stick with a theme of like a lot of the stuff in the podcast. Do somebody from Letterkenny.
See,
I don't
I'm-
know that they do.
I'm
cameos.
automatically
They
thinking
do.
Wanda Sykes.
No,
They do.
dude, shut the fuck up.
Hold on. Jesus.
Riley.
Whoa!
I know Riley's on there.
Oh,
Riley does
what?
it.
Are you serious?
I can't think of her name.
Why did
the
you
girl
not
that
say
does
about this?
Bonnie McMurray.
It's insanely
She
Bonnie McMurray.
Corey,
bro.
Bonnie
come on,
McMurray.
not cool.
Bonnie McMurray.
It's expensive.
How expensive?
I think Riley's like $1,000.
No.
I
way, really?
Last time
Okay,
I saw it,
so-
he was $1,000.
All
You'll
right.
have to
Hang on.
hold on.
We're gonna do the next segment, which doesn't involve me, so I am gonna look it up.
There you
You're
go.
gonna have to forgive us because when you said expensive earlier, it involved you spending $2.99. So you have to forgive us
With the
for-
potential for $12 if you
follow-up
liked
question.
it. So
Yeah.
So he's like, no, this is probably one of the most expensive ones I've ever found.
How
Yeah.
much was it? $2.99.
Oh, but that was just for 30 minutes.
So how many increments of 30 minutes did you buy?
Well, just the one.
just the one.
Super expensive.
My definition of expensive is very expensive.
Depends on what he's buying.
We
if it's expensive
even
or not.
asked
I was
several
waiting
times.
for you to weigh in on that, Danielle.
I'm like, you literally buy like 3 cans or were at one point 3 cans of chew a day, which surpassed that by leaps and bounds. But the one time $2.99, that was expensive.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
And I want to know how much that played into you watching more.
Nothing.
Had it been free, if you were like, I guess I'll give another one a shot.
It was free. I could have kept going, no problem.
Yes.
But I wasn't going to spend a bulk amount and be like, oh well, I
Bulk.
Well, I mean, yeah, if he would have bought the season,
Yeah.
to be fair, it would have been a bulk amount.
yeah.
To be what?
To be fair.
Oh.
Oh, we're on the wrong
Bob.
goddamn.
You guys are awesome with this mixer.
He keeps turning the thing off.
I want to see how much time is left. Plus, we have 2 banks of sounds now, and you got to go back and forth between 2.
Yeah.
Thanks, Todd Dillon.
What is this, amateur hour?
Oh, Greg.
Remember when Greg used to come to the podcast?
You know, you bring 24 blue lights, and all of a sudden you think
30.
you can say whatever you want.
Yep.
30.
Bunch of tasty snacks upstairs as well. He did good.
I heard there was goldfish crackers aplenty up there.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Just a few.
There's
Just
a
few.
lot. There's a lot of sausages. He brought some sausage sticks.
Yeah.
Yep.
I bet Lady from Boston Dynamics would love some of those sausages.
She would.
I'd love some of her beer.
Sorry, K-wine.
No. Urina.
Urina.
My mistake.
Urina.
Oh, Corey, why don't we move on to a little segment called Could This Be Any More Trivial?
That works for me.
All right.
This is a Friends trivia game hosted by Corey Selesky with Nick Bader as the one and only competitor,
No.
pitting his brain up against a whole bunch of cards with Friends trivia on it to see who's smarter, the deck or Nick.
What's your color there, buddy?
Yellow.
Yellow.
Ooh.
Don't call me yellow.
That's the fourth week in a row you've had that color.
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, and since we have
It's rigged.
the radiant Miss Danielle here, we're going to have her read the...
She was radiant for quite some time when she first showed
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, that was my bad.
I love how you just made her less radiant with that remark.
Eh,
But I love when I commented on it. He's like, "Oh God, yeah,
Oh,
she's,
yeah.
she's not that radiant. Let me
Yeah,
take
yeah,
that down."
yeah. Way too much radiance. Let that go on for far too long.
not what I said
Cut
by
that
any
off.
means.
All right, so does she have the cards? Is
I
she
do.
ready to go?
Danielle's
I was handed a card. Apparently, I'm not allowed to hold the deck anymore.
One at a time.
Danielle, will that be
One
the,
at a time.
Hold on a minute. Do you not trust her with the whole deck?
Baby
What do you
steps.
think
Just
she's gonna?
today.
What do you think she's gonna do
Baby
with that whole
steps,
deck?
Bob. Baby steps.
I had them all the last time.
See,
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
Bullshit.
well, if she didn't, then
Pull up the
then you've
video.
already done the one card at a time thing. Like, how baby are these baby steps?
Tiny.
So, like a year from now, like episode 222,
The baby
you
actually
might give her the full deck.
The baby learns how to walk backwards.
Oh God,
It's
All
not
right.
how it works, but okay.
Anyways,
I'm confused, but that's fine.
Okay. Anyways, question 1. When Monica borrowed money from Joey, what did he tell Chandler it was for?
boob job?
Yep.
And Gina brought this up earlier, but if I line you up really nicely right here, it looks like you're wearing that clown nose.
I've already hit my nose on it a couple of times.
Okay, fucking take him off. Take him off.
like 'em.
Question 2.
Yeah.
What kind of cake did Ross make to woo back his pet monkey? Oops, sorry.
Mealworm.
Could you be more specific?
Oh.
Pie. I don't know. It was the worms. He made him the mealworm, and it had, I think, some other shit. I don't know, but it had worms in it. I know that.
It says banana cake with mealworms.
Oh, okay. Well, don't give.
What
it
do
to
we
me.
think?
You can get half a
mean,
point.
I can't do half a
No,
point.
we don't do half. It's either one or nothing.
No, banana cake
I'm-
was pretty specific.
All right.
I didn't know that.
Okay, question 3. What was Phoebe's wedding gift to Monica and Chandler?
This might be a stumper.
Nothing.
A song.
A Pac-Man arcade game.
Oh, that's right.
Oh.
The Miss Pac-Man arcade game is actually it was Miss Pac-Man.
It just says Pac-Man on here.
It was definitely Miss Pac-Man.
Oh, now we know it.
nope.
You see, you said it, and then I knew it, and then I knew it.
He's like, a Miss Pac-Man machine. He was very excited.
Question 4.
Yeah.
What does Monica admit putting into Phoebe's vegetarian pate? These ones are hard.
Oh. The
Yeah.
yellow deck's getting you, huh?
Beef.
Goose.
Goose.
Uh-oh.
Goose fraba.
Okay, question 5.
Mm-hmm.
What did Ross use as a head when making a fake Ben?
A pumpkin.
Yeah, a jack-o'-lantern.
Yep.
2 out of 5.
It's not
Oof.
good.
Terrible.
Don't blame the questions.
But I will say, though, we have yet for you to go 0 for 5.
He's never had a scoreless round.
Right. So, I mean, that's got to say a little something.
Thanks, Corey.
I mean, you'd think it would, but
Yeah. Oh, well, I mean,
I think he just did, actually.
Because, well, I mean, I'd go 0 for 5 on every single one of these questions, so.
You've never watched Friends, though, have you?
No.
Well, that would explain a lot.
well, I gotta put that.
Exactly.
I gotta put that on my OneNote. Why is that not in your OneNote for him?
What's that?
Friends, for
I
Corey.
didn't know he's never watched Friends.
Well, now you know.
And I was often told that it shouldn't be a punishment.
But if you think that he'd like it, it's not a punishment.
I think that he would go into it wanting to not like it.
But you can't control what he.
I could give him Seinfeld too.
But he's got all these little spoilers.
He would say
Yeah,
that
you might be curious as to
Yeah.
actually see.
I'm really not, because then otherwise I would have done it on my own.
Well, I'll keep that feather in my hat.
Okay. All right. I want to give an update on the cameo for Letterkenny. So, Canatio Horn, who plays Tanis on Letterkenny, is $50. Bonnie McMurray, $75. Tyler Johnston, $70. Nathan Dales, $85. And K. Trevor Wilson and Dylan Playfair are $100 each. So
That's not bad.
nowhere close to
No.
1,000. So all of these people are absolutely within our price range, 100%. So I'm going to make this happen.
Are you?
Yeah, the biggest question is who's got a birthday coming up next?
Or you could just
Well, in
have
Nick's
her-
mind, he does.
No, that's already passed.
you
My
can
birthday.
When's
you
your
could
birthday?
just
Well, we're on vacation, June 29th.
you could just have them talk about the podcast.
I could. I could literally have them talk about whatever I want them to talk about.
That's right. Or you could tell them to wish Danielle a happy birthday.
Yeah,
I am
I'm thinking
turning
about it.
35.
She's gonna listen to it once.
You are.
and that's gonna be it.
Who's your favorite Letterkenny character? Who's on Cameo?
I was like, Jared Keeso's not on
Well,
there.
just say your favorite, and then we'll just keep going down the list until we get to one that's on Cameo.
Well, you said, are Riley and Jonesy on there? You said?
Yes, they are. Well, Riley's on there, but Jonesy's not.
Jonesy's not.
Doesn't seem like you even know their name, bud.
Dylan Playfair's on there, but the other guy isn't.
That's interesting.
I mean, not every Letterkenny actor is on Cameo. In this time of COVID, I'm sure these people are like, "Hey, we can't tour.
Well, yeah.
All that shit stops, so
Well, 'cause
got
they're
to
all
scare
stuck
up a
in
few
Canada.
bucks."
And the problem is that some of them, when they do cameos like that, do not do the cameo in character.
Right.
So, K. Trevor Wilson might, where he's normally, I think you guys should probably wish Danielle's a happy birthday or whatever.
I would guarantee.
He'd probably be like, hey, happy
Riley
birthday,
does.
Danielle.
For $100, though,
You would hope that he
I
would say it in his character's voice.
Well, but I would also think that you put in the notes, like,
No, you can't. It says don't specify anything in the notes.
okay.
Corey.
Something tells me you're lying.
yeah.
I've seen some of the ones that
you
Riley's done.
They've had
And they're-
each of them have some samples on here.
Oh, I
so
was gonna say, do they have
We're gonna
samples?
listen. I'm gonna listen to a bunch of them and try to figure out who seems to be the best bang for the buck, who's a little more flexible with
right.
doing it in character, the type of message that they want to send. Yeah, this is gonna happen.
Okay.
Well, 100%.
All right.
Yeah, I just wanted to know who's next on the birthday block, and it seems like it's you.
Me.
Okay.
Not you. You just had your birthday.
As I said, in
it
Nick's
was
mind-
during quarantine, so did it really count?
Okay.
My last birthday was during quarantine. It still counted.
I mean, you were
My
on
birthday was during
vacation on the
quarantine.
beach.
Not last year.
That was much better. Yeah.
Not on my
No,
birthday.
not on their birthday last year.
We were up there in August.
Where were you on your birthday?
here.
Here, working.
Not here at my house.
No.
I was here with you dumbasses in this
No.
podcast.
We'll be there with you dumbasses up north.
Exactly.
So glad they have their own boats this year.
We are. We are.
We are too.
Oh, you've had enough of floating behind a kayak in
It's
a
not-
inflatable couch?
It's fun for like a day, and then it's not fun anymore.
That's what Corey said as
So
well.
that day was really good. Every day after that was horrible.
Not horrible. It's just like the
What?
one day I got really cold, and if I would have had my own kayak, I probably wouldn't have been sitting in a pool of water.
Yeah.
Freezing.
Actually, it was a river of water.
Yeah.
Whatever.
You'll find that laying down and doing nothing really doesn't warm you up that much.
No. It was better when we had because we had paddles, so that helped a little, but
No, what
How
was
did the
still
paddles help to
attached.
keep you warm exactly?
I was moving.
Corey brought up a good point, and he
I'm packing a jacket.
very eloquently made his point. But he said, yeah, dude, he's like, all the scenery and everything that was going on, he's like, we really couldn't see.
Yeah.
We were horizontal. He's like, and if you've ever tried to sit up in a raft that you've been sitting in for like 4 hours, he's like, not the easiest thing. He's like, so the most that I could possibly do was like force myself to try and sit up in the water. He's like, and I could barely see your back. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, wow. So they have a completely different
Yeah.
impression than what we had. Bob's off in the distance looking at trees. I'm going through lily patch fields.
I was.
And yeah, it was completely different. So this year you guys are going to be blown away. But I did an over-under with Corey. We haven't really worked out quite the details yet. But I
Seems
want to
like a
know
good time to talk about it. then.
how long. I'm sorry, did you have something about robots you wanted to say?
No, I'm good.
So I want to see how
You son of a bitch.
how long it's going to take before Danielle's like, I'm tired, and attaches to Corey's kayak.
Oh, that is a good bet. That's a very
You
good bet.
realize I work out more than all of you put together.
I know,
right?
I know.
That's not true.
That's not a
probably
jab.
also not true.
That's
That's
not
not
a,
true.
that's
Yeah, I
not a
don't think
jab about that. It's not a jab about that. But
Every morning.
she does it on vacation. I know. Not
Wait,
you.
hold on.
No, not.
Weren't
not
you
me.
doing like yoga in the morning?
No, she was Zumba.
Zumba.
Yeah, she was doing Zumba.
Zumba? isn't that like dancing and calling it exercise?
Oh, women. Ladies.
I never done it. I'm just asking.
Once again, Bob J. Rankin.
No, so tell me I'm wrong.
No, but have you ever done it?
So you just said, no, I'm not wrong, but have I ever done it? No, I haven't, but it sounds like I'm right.
That it's dancing? Yes, it is dancing. But it
Gotcha.
doesn't mean it's not a workout.
I didn't say it was a workout. I just said it was dancing that you're calling exercise.
I really like this place we're in right now. I wish we could really stay here for the rest of the podcast.
So basically you're
don't.
saying
What, with
dancing
it?
is not exercise.
No, I'm saying you're dancing and calling it exercise. I'm not saying it's not exercise,
As
but
opposed to...
actual exercising.
What do you consider actually exercising then?
Jumping jacks, push-ups, sit-ups, crunches, that kind of shit.
Hey, Nick, do you have a ladder in your garage?
You don't really...
Climb out of that hole.
I know.
Or hang
If
yourself.
you've ever watched any of it, a lot of that stuff is in
To be
there.
clear, I've never watched any of it.
Okay.
So I stand corrected.
Wait, hold on.
It's a lot of cardio.
Dancing is exercise.
It is.
Okay. No, I'm agreeing. I'm taking her.
You're going to find out tonight because every time Lori shows up after the podcast, there's dancing in the kitchen.
If that's true, then I
That's a
have
fact.
then I have
Exercise a
expertise
lot.
here, and I can tell you that dancing is not exercise.
Well, I'll pull up a video for you to do, and you can tell me
he's
if you
if
feel
he's
like it's
equating what
exercise
happens
or
in his
not.
kitchen after the podcast to exercise,
It's not the same.
It is not the same. I guarantee.
They've
you.
some-
No, what
they-
I do and what you do he's considering
Yeah.
dancing, not the same.
Okay.
There's
I would-
there's a lot of spinning. He does a lot.
Oh, yeah, there's not a lot of
He
spinning.
twirls her a lot,
a lot of twirling.
There's no twirling.
and he's had the time of his life.
I mean,
usually.
yeah. I guess that's exercise.
He's often told me he's never felt that way before.
I have. I swear it's the truth. I have not.
Oh, okay.
You literally
I
towed me right up
know.
to the line. So
Speaking of towing people,
speaking of towing, let's do Nick's existential question of the week.
Nick's Existential Question of the Week.
Was that also one of the ones that was low volume?
No, because we didn't do that on
didn't do that?
any of the
Okay.
past episodes. So,
All right. Well, we're gonna find out.
dude, I'm telling you, I think
No, this will be good. This will be good.
crank that up
A good
as much as possible.
sound
and-
levels test.
Yeah.
Yeah. If any of us listen to this between now and next weekend, then we'll find out.
I'm not after listening to the one today. Like I said, I listened to the entire thing, not
Yeah.
just the hour like we were talking about.
Especially since we switched it all around this week, I think it would be a good follow through for us to do the same thing and go, okay, did we get any better? Did it improve?
No, I most definitely agree.
Yeah.
all
Okay.
right, here we go.
Here we go.
I switched at the last minute. This is for Bob.
Appreciate that.
Yeah. So we'll start with you first.
Or maybe not.
If you were stranded on a desert island somewhere, anywhere, doesn't matter, and could have only one piece of music to listen to for as long as you were there, unknown how long you're going to be there, what piece of music would it be?
When you say one piece of music, do you mean one song?
No, I would say a piece of music could be
Like an
one
album?
vinyl record,
Okay.
one album, something like that.
This is your desert island disc question.
Sure.
This is exactly what this is.
I got to be careful with these catchphrases.
No. But I'm thinking that I may have asked you guys this before.
If you can only listen to one
If
album.
I did,
I remember that because I was sitting over there with you guys. We were talking something similar to
did?
this. It wasn't on a desert island or nothing.
I
like
was
that.
thinking it was like a year ago that I asked this question.
Oh.
Okay, I got another one.
Now, I can do it if you guys
Nope.
want to do it again.
No. Nope.
Okay.
Because it does sound familiar. The desert island thing is familiar.
I'm just guessing. I may
Music
be
is
wrong.
always a conversation with us. So.
Sure.
All right, so we'll switch it up to this.
All right.
If you could decide what will be written on your gravestone, what would you have inscribed?
Jesus Christ.
A little morbid.
After last week,
But it does. You don't know how I've passed away. It could have been of natural causes.
or herd of lions.
I mean, pride. You mean?
Pride of lions.
I
Yes,
mean, it
sorry.
could have been.
So
you know,
Corey, the question was.
I heard it. I like the music one a lot better.
Me too.
Too bad. If you could have something on your gravestone inscribed, can I go first?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I was just going to say, like, maybe we should have done, like, you point to somebody and within 10 seconds they have to answer because we could spend.
So I'm going to go with what Jack Lemmon had on his.
Oh, what was that?
I told you I was sick. He had it put on his gravestone.
That is pretty good.
So I like that.
That's not bad. I think if I had to pick, mine would just be wow.
Yeah.
That was literally just the first thing that came to mind.
I got mine.
Go ahead, Greg.
This sucks. Da 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 da. Trademark.
Wow, and then there were two because I
have no idea.
All right.
You want I have no idea on your gravestone?
Exactly.
Okay, you got it. Noted.
This is
Don't
the kind of
dare.
question
I will come back and haunt you. I will haunt you.
That's what you should put on your gravestone.
Yeah.
I will haunt you, Corey.
And she lived the way in death that she lived in life. I have no idea.
Always haunting.
Did you imagine that this segment would take less than 3 seconds?
5 seconds.
3 minutes to get through.
Quickest segment ever.
I could literally sit and think about this for the next week. And come,
So can I ask a follow-up question?
No. I'm looking over at your wall at the poster that's there,
Yeah.
and I might
one in
actually
Italian?
I might actually put that on my headstone.
The poster?
You see the actual poster?
Per qualche dolero un più
Does that mean
for a few dollars more.
for a few dollars more?
Yeah, that's a good.
For a few dollars
Yeah,
more.
he
you
lived-
could
he
have
lived
been
it-
alive.
He lived and died for a few dollars more.
See, we told you were rich.
No. If I was rich, I wouldn't put for a few dollars more.
So I thought you were going to go with something else.
I literally my mind is a blank right now. That is this question has it's the kind of question that you want to ponder. You want to, like, I can't come up with something good.
Shoot from the hip, man.
Yeah. Oh, you got to point to
Yeah,
someone and
mine
tell
was
them,
wow.
and within 5 seconds they have to. Yeah, Corey,
This sucks.
I didn't know that everyone would actually do that in 5 seconds. Me and Danielle were like, oh my God.
I mean, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter because you can't read it.
Right. So that's just as good as anything else I would pick.
But what are you going to pick?
Well, instead of that, I could go with fucking embarrassing,
I like it.
which probably be more apropos
Actually,
based on how I died.
just about any of those on there would be a great.
The so fucking awkward, bud.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your 10 ply would be a very good
Yeah.
one.
I would probably have like quit standing on me.
Get off my lawn.
Stop looking.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, there you go. Take a picture. It'll last longer.
No, that's that.
I like that. No, that's. I like that.
He just shot. So
can-
you got off easy the first
There you
one.
go, Danielle.
Yeah,
That's what he
was
wants
feeling-
on there.
feeling
Take
his
a
oats. He's
picture to
like-
last longer.
He's like, oh, everything I say is comedy gold. And he's like, take a picture last longer. It's like,
Can
no.
we just edit that out?
No. Yes, I could.
Yeah.
We're not going to, though.
You'll know if I do.
We'll see.
We will see. Danielle, that leaves you.
Oh, I thought we were going with I was going to haunt you.
Oh, that is true. That's probably. Well, I mean, it's pretty good, and probably pretty accurate.
I mean, if I end up going before him, sure.
He seems pretty sure that that's the order in which it's going to happen.
No, I'm shaking my head. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
All right.
Corey,
Kind of.
no,
I gotta.
no chance.
I thought I had my head shakes down, but
the radiant. ...
That's what you'll get.
Corey's headstone will actually say, like, I'm on the way.
Yeah.
I'll be there.
No. Hold on.
5 minutes away.
Yeah.
No.
5 minutes.
No.
away.
Hold on.
Who's 5 minutes?
Hold on.
You guys still there?
That was just the other night once.
Oh,
to
I'm
make-
sorry.
Oh no.
Every time.
Every fucking time.
Every
Yeah.
time.
Every
So
time.
Corey picks the time that he's supposed to be somewhere, and about 10 minutes after that time, he'll say, "You guys still there?"
Well, that's like the other day he said he was like 15 minutes away. I go, your 15 minutes or my 15 minutes?
Yeah, the 15 minutes away is
Yeah.
a staple Cory too, which
It's
is
not 15
never.
minutes.
No,
It's
God.
about an hour.
He hasn't even left yet.
Yeah.
No.
He's still in bed, hasn't even gotten in the shower. He's easily 35, 40 minutes.
Those are Band-Aids that in
15
his mind
minutes.
buy him more time. So he's like, he knows he's still at the house and he knows he was supposed to be there, so he has to make some form of contact. So he'll be like, "You guys there? You still there?" Be like, "Yeah," and he'll be like, "Okay, cool. I got like 45 more minutes."
Usually works out. For the most part.
All right. Oh, nice.
Whoops.
All right. So did we get through everybody?
Yeah.
I think we did.
Mm-hmm.
I've got 3 notes in my midnight Burbling. I'm going to give you the choice. So we can go with number 1, which is what was the movie that terrified you when you were young? Number 2, what movie have you watched more times in your life than any other? Or number 3, I want to talk about what would it look like on day number 1, day number 100, and day number 200 on Schnozzcast Island.
What does that mean?
Kind of like your Desert Island Disc question you almost asked. Like, if we were all stranded on a desert island, what would it look like on the first day? And how would our tiny society break down and look like on the 100th day and on the 200th day?
I'm not saying it's a bad question. I think that's going to need a lot more time.
More time? Okay.
Than what we have.
Okay, so let's go between 1 and 2.
Not to mention
Like
that's inevitably going to happen. So
So what do you mean it's inevitably going to
we
happen?
don't want to like tilt our hand and say, "Hey, we should all stop being friends right now."
No, why?
Let's let it happen on its own momentum.
But I think that's an interesting character study.
Yeah.
Of what would it sound like? What would Cory sound like on day 100? But
A little bit more.
I think a good week to think about this.
okay,
Is,
all right. So
Yeah.
for next week, days, and I wanted to try to space it out. Like, give me some time. Like, first day, shipwrecked on the island. All of us shipwrecked on the island, and then 100 days later, what are we all doing? And then 200 days later, what are we all doing?
Okay.
So for next week. So for right now, then you liked the first
Oh,
one.
I already know what's happening.
Okay. Wow. Save that. Let it marinate. So you like the first one, the movie that terrified you when you were young?
Now, clarifying question.
Yes.
Can it be a movie or TV show?
I would allow the TV show.
Okay.
Sure.
All right.
Sure.
Then that's my favorite.
If it pleases the court.
Yeah. Let's the Cory. I feel like you have.
Well, so it was a segment of a TV show you guys might be familiar with, America's Funniest Home Videos.
interesting.
I'm
Wait,
sorry.
Hold on. What?
Yeah.
No. The
Wait,
question.
hold on.
The question. Maybe
No,
maybe you misheard my question.
No, no.
He
I'll
misunderstood.
restate it if you want.
Yeah, he
I got you.
misunderstood.
You do?
That's,
Okay.
That's why I asked the clarifying question.
Oh, Bob Saget's hair.
No, there was a segment they did called the Jackalope.
Oh,
The jackalope scared you?
How does
Nick.
that scare you?
Wait, it was a segment like they
Was
did it
fat.
every week.
Every,
Yeah.
Yes.
What?
Yep.
I will rip these headphones out.
Cory's ready to book it upstairs and get out of here.
dude, I thought he was gonna run.
What?
The jackalope ate wood. I believe that was Bob Saget's voice.
It was.
It was, but dude, terrified the living fuck out of me. I would literally have to jump up and run out of the room if no one was paying attention. And otherwise, my dad he got pretty good at he would mute the TV.
You're talking about the jackalope, right?
Yeah.
The fictional
Yes.
Texas's answer to the Minotaur.
Yes.
Okay.
I couldn't look at it. I couldn't hear it.
So for people outside the U.S. or folks that don't know what the jackalope is, a
know.
jackalope was a made-up animal. It was a white hare with deer antler on its head,
It was kind of creepy.
and they called it a jackalope. It was basically a bunny with deer antlers.
Right.
They actually had one at Ski World, my family's ski place down in Indiana. They had one on the wall as a joke.
It's not all about you, sweetheart. All right?
Yes, it is. I'm making this about me.
Toot toot.
Don't go to that ski lodge.
So Cory,
I should have got it. I'd have gave it to him as a gift if I'd have known this.
You hated the jackalope because he ate
Yeah.
wood.
No, I just hated. I hated everything about the jackalope. Everything. Like I said, the voice, the look, the fast little. Because
Wait, was the voice I was doing, was that the jackalope, or am I misconstruing that from
no, that was the jackalope.
the beaver puppet from Full House when Uncle Joey would?
No, that was definitely the jackalope.
Because he did a similar voice.
He did.
Okay, yeah, I remember. I've never found it scary. I thought it was really dumb.
Oh, I mean, I wouldn't doubt that either, but it was terrifying. And why? I don't know. I can never tell you why. I wish I could. But I
bet you could too.
I honestly don't
Cory,
have.
Merry Christmas.
I'm calling my grandma. I'm calling my grandma tomorrow,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna see if they still have it.
Oh, yeah, you can easily get them.
I heard that was a deep riff.
I know. I was like,
All right, that did not go the way I expected, but good start.
you weren't expecting
sorry,
a jackalope to
No,
be the
I
answer?
was not.
I mean,
Greg?
I know what's going on my wall.
Greg,
I'll
what
never come
do you
over.
got?
I have two very distinct moments in my childhood that
Okay.
scared me as a movie. Pumpkinhead
Okay.
was the first horror movie I ever saw that I was like scared completely. It's like my love for horror now was because of that movie.
So you liked being scared though,
Yeah.
but would you say you were terrified?
As a kid, as an 8-year-old watching it, yes, 100%.
So what does that mean then? You kind of leaned into that terror. You're like, oh, I want to experience more of that or understand why I'm
A little bit later
terrified
on,
by-
yeah.
Okay.
And then Ghoulies.
I have never seen that movie.
There's a-
Yeah, with the monster under the bed.
Apparently, I'm
Yes.
going to be getting it on
In,
Gentleman's Agreement sometime soon.
Make it real quick. There's a scene where one of them comes through the toilet. Absolutely terrifying.
Ghoulies. Okay.
Ghoulies. There's one comes through a
What's
toilet.
the '80s one where the guy was like,
Goonies.
no, not the Goonies one, not with the, not with the guy with elephantitis.
I was like, I don't know. You probably haven't seen
No,
that
the
one
one,
either.
the one with he's like blue or green, and he like wore like people clothes, and he was like a monster, and he like lived under the.
With Fred Savage.
I think so.
I think it's like Real Monsters, I think that was.
It might have been. So that's what I'm thinking
Yeah.
of. But
Oh, the
Ghoulies
Ghoulies.
from the clips I saw was like horror, like coming out of the toilet. Like
Yes. That made
yeah.
me not want to sit down on a toilet as a kid.
So
It was
even
terrifying.
today, before you sit in the toilet, do you like do a check or something like that?
Well, I always look. You gotta
Yeah.
put the seat down. Not-
Okay.
but yeah, I mean, it was awful. Ugh.
Wow.
Okay.
I'll put that in my list of movies next time I get you.
Oh, damn it.
Bob, what was yours?
When I was a kid on Channel 20 WXON, there was a
Howdy Doody.
there was like a thriller. There was a thriller chiller movie hour from like 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. on Sundays, and they would start with it would just say like on the screen it would be like thriller, but there would like blood dripping off the letters, and they would play Led Zeppelin's Whole Lotta Love. Only I didn't know it was Led Zeppelin's Whole Lotta Love because I was a kid, and it was the scariest music I'd ever heard. And the movie that they played afterward was always, you know, a little bit more hardcore than they would have on like Channel 50 WKBD, where that would be like Abbott and Costello meet Mummy and Frankenstein, but this one would be like, you know, The House That Dripped Blood with Vincent Price or something like that. That was legitimately scary when you're a kid. So, yeah, I remember that show, and I remember that song, and I remember discovering Led Zeppelin later on in life and learning that was the song and still having that same feeling. So yeah, that stuck with me for obviously for a long, long time. So
Interesting.
yeah. Nick,
What?
nice pickup of that dish off. Nick, what was the movie that terrified you when you were young?
Corey, do you want to say something?
I just felt like that was so old. None of us had a good reference on it.
That's fine. It's not just for
No,
you.
no,
We
I
have-
know.
Hopefully,
I'm-
we have some listeners out there somewhere.
That was a joke.
Yeah, I got it.
I felt like it was going to be like Alfred Hitchcock Presents or something like that, because that was terrifying. But a funny, like terrifying, like almost a tantamount to Corey's was Mr. Boogedy.
I don't know what that is.
Oh,
either.
from A Nightmare Before Christmas.
No, that's
No,
Oogie
no
Boogie.
idea.
That's
Who this
that's Mr. Oogie Boogie Man.
Oh.
Yeah,
Close enough.
Mr. Boogedy was an 80s, like, I mean, it's almost like a kid's like horror movie, but it was just, slime and bloody footprints going up the wall. And when you look, it's laughable when you look back at it now.
Well, sorry, what was the movie that it was in?
It's actually called,
Mr.
Mr. Boogedy.
Okay.
Yeah. It was like made, I think, in 1983. I was born in 83, so it was a couple years afterwards. And
You saw it a couple years afterward?
no,
I was 2. Like, it was 85.
it was terrifying when you're
It was.
2.
I was very, very young.
How have you seen this?
What?
But not most of
Like Caddyshack,
well-known.
Yeah, Bull Durham.
Pop culture movies.
Name any other popular film.
Mr. Boogedy, 1986.
You were 3.
That's one of the scenes where this like possessed ghost is
Great
like
CGI in that movie.
I'm just in 86 that was great.
That's probably top.
Look at that.
Top of the. Okay.
That's scary for a little kid.
Yeah.
Oh,
I hope that's a
scary.
mask because that's a big skin
frightening.
problem. Otherwise.
Yeah, it was a scary movie, but I actually watched it. I mustered up the courage to watch it since I've been in this house. And I was laughing. I was laughing all through it. I'm like, what?
So it clearly doesn't terrify you anymore, but when you were a
doesn't
kid, it was super, super
Oh,
terrifying.
it terrified me then, and it terrifies me now.
He swept the house when he
terrifying.
was done watching it. He was down in the basement.
Don't touch me.
Just so you guys know, the jackalope does not terrify me now.
Okay,
Just
That's a lie.
Sounding like it did though.
That's a lie.
It's gonna be on my wall, right
No,
next to
it's-
your
You were
seat.
about to run from the basement.
right next
Yeah.
to your seat.
I wanted to clarifying statement. It does not. I'm good.
Okay.
Totally.
Full of shit.
Are you saying that you've gotten over it since you last mentioned it, or you've always been over it?
Yes.
Like in the last 12 minutes, I've gotten over it and I've moved on.
Since we found out, yes.
Well,
Yeah, that's yeah.
I got you.
Since
the
you've discovered
assholes are
my
all
deepest,
talking
darkest
about
secrets, I've moved on.
Talking about
Yeah,
putting
that's-
it on my wall.
yes, I have.
Okay.
We are good.
Oh, wait a second.
Did we get to everybody or
didn't do
not
mine yet.
Danielle? Oh boy. Danielle Finn.
Mine was It,
The original.
the original.
Who is in the original? I've never seen the original.
I don't know.
Okay.
I've wanted to watch the new one, but I'm so terrified from the original one. I don't know if I can.
Oh,
sit
so
through
unlike
it.
everybody else here, you are still terrified
Yes.
by that movie.
And it's not even the clown aspect of it. Like, yes, that's really creepy. But like all I can remember as a kid are like when they're outside playing in the rain and he's watching from like the sewer.
Yeah.
And that's all I can remember. Like I don't like to step on sewer grates. And I think it stems from that. I will walk around sewer grates. I will not walk across them.
Side note, Cory, nice call on the clown microphone covers.
The clown part doesn't scare me. I mean, when he's like the creepy clown version of it, it's frightening, but not like
Not
his
like
sister.
Cory.
No, his sister
Okay.
is like terrified of clowns.
Tim,
Oh yeah, there's a lot of adults that I know.
Yeah.
Well,
and
they all happen to be in the Selesky family, which is kind of weird. But they're all. I
Something going on
think
there.
all Seleskys are terrified of clowns. Everyone that
Or
I know,
jackalopes.
or jackalopes. Sorry,
No, it's-
formerly of jackalopes.
So
Yeah.
currently of clowns.
No. So Callie and is it Elena? That's
Andy. Also,
Andy is too.
Oh, hugely terrified of clowns.
Oh,
fuck.
yeah.
I do. I think that was brought up. At
I
one
think
point.
that I think also Elena hugely terrified.
I
Of
know
clowns.
Elena is. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
scared of clowns.
Well,
But,
your
like-
last name isn't Selesky yet, but
true.
one day.
I don't think it changes.
No, the name. She's right. The name does not change.
Oh, it
no,
doesn't.
the
you know-
name
yeah.
does change.
Oh,
I'm
you're
talking about the clowns.
Gotcha.
Wow.
Jesus, Germany.
Yes.
My bad.
Yes.
I apologize there.
Typically, when you get married, that happens.
Now, are you going to go like Finn Selesky, like Finn dash Selesky, or
No,
are
I'm
you
not
going to go
gonna
like
hyphenate
full
it.
Selesky,
No.
or are you just going to keep Finn?
No.
Okay, you're going right full Selesky.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Are you gonna abbreviate DFC?
Yeah.
What? Oh, change my middle name?
No, just Danielle
Finn?
Finn-Selesky.
Oh.
No, that's what I was asking her. Are you going to
No.
go with, she said she's going to drop the Finn right to Selesky.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good to
Can we
know.
call you D-Cell?
Sure.
That's terrible.
Wow.
Whatever works.
Like a battery.
No, don't say whatever works or he will call you D-Cell.
Tim Curry played Pennywise on the original It series.
Yeah, I've just never seen it. I
it's-
didn't know that it was that scary. I thought
And
that
I
it was
don't-
more like 70s scary.
Well, because
and not-
it's they're attacking kids. So if you're a kid and you're watching
Right.
it, I mean that's kind of one of those.
Because
But
it's
back
like-
then, do they have
They never
movies
really did that.
like legitimately attacked kids? Because I feel like this new incarnation
Nightmare on
of
Elm
It
Street
was probably pretty.
Yeah, but they were
scary.
teenagers. They were like older.
Yeah.
In your dreams.
In your dreams, pal.
Are we still talking about the
Come on,
movies?
Nightmare
Or
on Elm Street.
Danielle's
what
driving
has
home.
happened?
D-Cell.
Kind of like it.
But yeah, and I mean, I think it was just because being a kid and like he attacked kids when they were like playing or riding their bikes or
That's the best time to attack kids.
right.
Wow.
So it was like a kid that's terrifying. Like
I mean, if
I
you're
feel
gonna
like we
attack
just
kids-
talked about this, and
Yeah.
yet somehow we ended up right back at this place.
At least it's not me this time.
Just
No,
saying.
at least it's not me this time. It was
one-
never you.
We don't condone that,
like
but
when the kid was going across, when Cory said it last, what was it, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, that's.
Or last
Oh,
week?
It was last
yeah.
Oh, bye.
Oh,
Corey, you were
yeah,
talking about
that's
attacking
true.
kids 2 weeks ago?
No, I was
No,
talking about Greg not caring about kids being in harm's way.
He still doesn't.
Right, so it wasn't me. It was
Even when he was a kid.
mean, yeah.
it was Greg's views. So sorry, Greg, you got to go.
Didn't we rip off the headphones? That's it. Had enough.
Time to call it.
I'm
what
surprised,
you're
Bob,
doing.
you haven't seen the original one though.
There's a lot of Stephen King movies that I haven't seen. The original one is definitely one of them. I don't think I've seen a lot of them until recently when they started redoing them and
Okay.
licensing a lot of them again. But I don't even think I read the book. Did you ever read the book?
Mm-mm.
Do you think that reading the book might help diffuse your fear of the movie?
Maybe. I don't know.
That was it?
What?
Who's on first?
Yes.
That was the movie It?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
100%.
And you haven't seen the new one?
No.
Well, she won't even go back and watch the old one just to purge the bad memories.
Would, if it was a gentleman's agreement, would you watch it?
Not by myself.
Corey.
Oh, so Corey, would you watch it with her if she?
If she was holding a jackalope?
Oh no, yeah, of course I'd watch it with her.
So Danielle has to hold the jackalope
Not holding a jackalope.
while you guys watch it.
While you're wearing a clown mask
Well,
and a red balloon.
well, the house would be burned to the ground. No, that's right. I got over it. I got over it. So we're good.
Yeah, in the last
Yeah.
17
Yes.
minutes. I'm
So she
over
can.
it now.
Yeah, she can hold the. She can hold the jackalope.
It's okay.
Yeah, we're gonna.
we're gonna work through this together, babe. You and me together. We're gonna work through this.
We're gonna get one as a pet.
Yeah.
So Remy can kill it?
Okay, they're not real. Not real animals.
Shut your mouth.
Doesn't mean it can't be killed.
Oh my God.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is Schnozzcast episode 122. Please join us next weekend for episode 123 for Nick Bader, Cory Selesky, Danielle Finn, and Greg Gumtow. Have a good evening and join us again next week.